like, this is for ghosts. He's like, yes. And we're like, but you're gonna take it. He's like, yes. And I'm like, just send me to Angus. Angus, fuck this guy, he's crazy. Get him out of here.
Wait, was he speaking like Mandarin, or was he speaking?
Yeah, he was speaking Mandarin.
So it was Mandarin, and I was trying to explain to the guy, like, look,
it's not for men.
This is
not for
man, for woman. And then he was like, I know. So not for you. And
he's like, no, for me.
Yeah, it's like, for me, I need it for sex. And I'm like,
okay.
Oh, he would have been the blue pill, bro, but he just got plan B somewhere there.
No. I specifically asked.
He's just dumb. He's just
Oh,
dumb.
you tried as well? Okay, nah, that's...
Yeah, I was like,
no, two of us. We both spoke to him, and both said that, like, yeah, he's just crazy.
Wait, what's the blue pill?
The blue pill Viagra.
Have you not checked him?
It's the one I take before I,
before I go to the bathroom for a long time.
This is not me.
Before I go to take a dump.
Oh, wow, that was exactly 30 minutes. How was it exactly 30 minutes? Oh my god. I need fucking help, man.
Alright, team, let me launch us. Welcome to what?
No.
Welcome to episode 10 of Shurimasen's first campaign. We are so close to affiliate. We are like 12 followers away. So tell your friends, tell your wife, tell your daughters. I don't know. Tell everyone. Follow us, please, please, please. We also release this on YouTube. I don't know if you guys know, but you can see the links below. We also have our link tree below for all the, Twitter, Facebook, all that jazz. But yeah, so welcome to episode 10. We're gonna go right into who's doing the recap today. What happened last week? Last week was a lot of RP,
Soul
right?
did it. Soul did it last week, so
I can do it.
Which is it? I don't remember.
I can do it. So fuck, I don't actually remember.
from the Journal of Nod.
From the Journal of Nod. Last week in episode 9,
It's episode 8. This is episode 9.
This is episode 10, is it not?
It's episode.
This is 10.
That's fucking awkward.
No,
I
this
actually
is 10.
don't know.
No. This is 10. This is 10. So
Okay.
last week was 9. Yeah.
Because my notes are one session back.
All right.
So.
We need to play like that hold music while we're figuring this out, like do 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 do.
It's always like such shitty ends, man.
Okay. Anyway.
Anyway, so the party. I think we went to bed. Yeah, the party awakens in the Golden City, and we all head off on our way. After I think speaking to Erlathan for a bit, where, if I'm not wrong, I commissioned a piece, handing him a blueprint, and we also asked him about that thing that we found in the last in the Bronze City. After that, we decided to head to what is that place in the map called? The where. Yes, the Shadowstar Court. I'm real bad at things. The Shadowstar Court to speak to Lord Scott Thornley, because we were looking for a recommendation letter, and we basically had to wait an hour. So, us being us, we decided to head off on a tangent, go explore, see some sites like temples and the wharfs and whatnot. On the way there, Van saw something that very much triggered her, made her very grumpy, very angry. She basically tried to find out where it was from, and upon hearing it was from Hell or High Water Shipping, we headed that way, where she accosted a poor dude and basically was like, "Where's this from? Blah blah blah. You can't sell this." Afterwards, which I basically bribed him to sell me shit that he stole. Finishing that, we headed to the Bitch Queen's Temple, because we thought it was a hilarious name. Finding that it wasn't that hilarious upon getting there, it was just a temple of mermaids and stuff, sea temple, where Nad basically decides to try and coerce Ven into riding the pipes like a slide, like a water slide. That happened. Nothing really good happens from there, so we go back on our way, heading to Shadowstar Court, where we finally meet Lord Scott. We get our recommendation letter, and he recommends us again to get better clothing, which we agreed to on the next day to meet his tailors. We go back to bed, basically, but right before going to bed, Van goes to the Hoops and Heaves and gets duplicates of that canister made up. So now we have 5 duplicates, and one of them is real. and who's carrying the real one? Who knows? And so then we hit back the next morning, get our things done. Ven and me play some pranks, do some nonsense. Ketmong is performing, and we head back to Erlathan later in the day, where we show him the thing, and we ask him what it is, and he basically says it is a creation of the architect. And that is where we left off, and that is where we'll begin. Welcome to Kavinos, baby!
Woo.
Yep.
Not bad. What the
Pretty
fuck?
much. That's
I'm pretty
all
sure
that
that was the sequence. My sequence
This
was
is what
like
happens when you write notes.
Yeah. I wish, Angus. I wish I could say my notes helped at all, but they just don't.
I was just like,
Anyway.
I'll write notes for next week and then do the recap and give the free fucking roll.
Yeah. Oh yes, I get inspiration. I didn't remember that.
Okay, before
Okay.
we begin, Alina's not in roll 20.
Alina.
God, mate, we've not been sitting here for 40 minutes.
That's
Look
like-
around, right?
Please don't unsubscribe from our Twitch stream. We're really professional.
I just want to point that out.
Okay, I'm in.
Sorry, you what?
Not
you
not
know-
yet. Not yet.
Ah.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, now we are here.
Welcome back to Kevin Horns.
Yes, welcome back to Kevin. So, very quick updates before we actually continue. Bringing us back to the landing page for a moment. New Silene art.
Oh yes.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, pog!
Actually looks insane.
Wait,
That looks
that's actually
so
big pog,
good.
big pog.
I can't even remember what the old one looked like now.
Yeah, I know, right?
Monk, don't make it creepy.
Trying to compare. How you doing?
If anyone wants to get art done, by the way, that's done by our lovely Ven, aka
Rolly.
Rolly in real life. So just hit us up, I don't know, on our Twitter, and we can direct you through to her, or just let us know. All right, thank you.
Rolly will be joining us slightly shortly after. A little bit busy with the New Year of the Chinese. So, yes. So, last we left off, the party was in Factory Wood, right in Erlathan's workshop, outside
Yes.
Erlathan's workshop. And as they entered Erlathan's workshop, they kind of knocked on the door. They kind of realized that Erlathan was a little bit of a grump. A little bit rude, a little bit of a grump. But they also noticed that he possesses many different interesting weapons
Yes.
or inventions along his glass like displays in the workshop. Not entirely sure what exactly they are or how they're made and stuff. Do we have like technical difficulties?
No, we just
No.
there's just a Tilak. You look behind Tilak. Oh, you don't see it. It's gone. Anyway, continue, Max. Sorry.
Yeah. And so they entered past Erlathan, this strange metallic canister thing that they've been carrying around. And as for the record, because you mentioned it during the recap, the real one is actually being held by Alina. I think you took out the real one, but you didn't pass it to Erlathan, and you just showed it to him. And he
No,
said
wait.
that-
I took out mine. Mine's the fake one. So
okay,
that's
okay.
showed
So
him.
you passed it.
Oh, I don't think we passed it to him. We just showed him at first. I
You
don't
just
think
you
we've-
just took it up and showed it to him.
Yeah.
And he said that you've possibly stumbled upon a creation of the architects, like you said. And we ended it there. And so right now the party is in Erlathan's workshop, and Erlathan is he's not requested this canister from you, but he's kind of examining it from afar, and he's just made that, I guess, proclamation or declaration. Yeah. What do you guys want to do?
So he said, oh, yeah, okay, I guess the last thing he said was, Erlathan, what's a creation of the architect? What does that mean?
Erlathan gives a bit of a his brow like furrows for a moment, and he goes, we know of, well, this is something that is a very recent discovery, as you might guess, and we don't really know as much of it as we would like, but it is believed that the architects, or at least that's the name that we're calling them now, the architects are a race, maybe even a progenitor race, that is believed to have set foot in Kavinos a long time ago. And the reason why we know this is because only relatively recently, maybe a year or two ago, we unearthed ruins underground in certain areas of Kavinos that basically resemble the same kind of vault that you guys found. And we have always known that there is a
That's fine.
vault or a construct below the Bronze City, given the existence of the Undying Flame, but we've never really quite explored it, nor have we really gone in to figure out where the source of the flame may be. You've come here under the orders of Renim, and judging by the look of that and everything else that we found under these strangely high technology underground vaults, it is a simple conclusion that it might belong to this race that we have now dubbed the Architects.
Right.
And as he says that, you see he kind of glances over to the artifact again, and his eyes kind of dart to kind of behind you guys, where there's like a window, and you can kind of get the idea that the general direction that would be like if you look past the window and beyond, it's kind of the same general direction as where the palace would be. You kind of get the idea of that. Yeah.
Oh, there's something. Well, I wouldn't say it, but yeah. So he was looking towards the palace, like kind of.
Like almost like a subconscious kind of action. Yeah. And as he says that, you see now he seemed to have. He's not welcoming, but he is a lot more. At least a little more willing to talk at the moment. And so he goes.
Yeah, sorry, you go.
Yeah, and so he goes. Not the first time I've seen it, that's for sure.
Where have you seen this before? Where else, rather?
There have been merchants or explorers bringing in similar artifacts. Not quite safe to be bringing it around and showing it off willy-nilly, especially if you're a merchant. It's kind of got the attention of a certain higher level power, shall we say.
What do these pieces represent?
Been trying to figure it out. We don't quite know, but there are certain artifacts that provide an enormous amount of power. There are certain other artifacts that kind of give us an edge in our creations. We don't quite know the whole where it comes from.
Do you know what it does at all? No.
We don't really know in terms of the whole, like I mentioned.
Yeah.
There hasn't been too many of these that have been showing up. Not I, at least, know of the location of 3 of them. Well, 4, if you include the one that you currently have.
Okay. So you said that it'd be dangerous to carry it around like that. I assume other parties are after it as well. Is that what we're saying?
It's not so much the other parties, but there's a pause, and it looks as though Erlatan doesn't entirely want to continue. Okay. And then he goes, there is a certain higher power, as I mentioned, that is interested in it. But, and as he says that, he kind of just throws off.
Sorry, technical difficulty.
Yeah, what's up?
She has literally turned off there's nothing open on the computer, and I hear Max's voice. It is the creepiest shit.
Ooh.
I don't know how.
Do you have any
Good.
background apps running?
I literally control delete everything, and I still hear Max and you
Just
guys narrating.
restart it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
so I
this
thought it was
one-
maybe Rogue Spinny, but
No, it's probably just.
I couldn't
I don't
even
know.
figure it out. I thought she was just bad at
No,
technology.
it's okay. We could do a little bit of
The
a
machine.
yeah. We could fix it. Anyway,
really-
Ben's here.
I mean, Ben.
Hello.
But yeah, we could do a bit of a
Sorry.
check. to
Yeah,
see
I'm
what's
just gonna
going on.
restart the laptop and see what happens. Give me a sec.
Yeah, of course.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
We could go to be right back for a moment, I guess.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Technical
difficulties.
difficulties.
It happens. Professional streamers.
we restart, Raya, are you still double hearing?
No. It was
Okay.
really weird though. It was like, even with everything shut and just on my homepage, literally nothing open, all I could hear it. It was super weird. But sorry.
Look, have you checked if T put like a walkie-talkie around somewhere hidden in the room?
Well, literally, it was the fucking second he walked in, it started. So
It's a baby
I
monitor.
don't say it's
Yeah.
your fault,
Baby
but
monitor.
It's the
Okay,
ghost
but
of
no.
DM's
Oh,
past.
good.
It's the Christmas tree, dude. It's the Christmas tree. It's there.
He's hid something in there. Welcome back, guys.
Yep. Oh.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool,
sorry.
cool.
We're live. We're live.
Apologies, my fault. Cat
Okay.
Monk is here.
Yes, and so picking up where we left off, Lathan has kind of given a sign that it's not safe to go around showing off that you possess one of these because a higher power is interested in it, and he kind of trails off after that. You kind of get the idea that he had something to say, but he just kind of trails off and not say anything. Yeah.
Are any of your weapons for sale?
Not right now, no. Why, are you interested?
Of
Yes.
course, always.
I am making all of that. He kind of gestures to, and you can see there are some prototype ones that are still like on the bench, the workbench, and he goes, "Yeah, I've been selected, yay me, to design and come up with weapons and armaments for our esteemed emperor.
Wouldn't you love to give it to someone else to do?
I'm not allowed to, not now at least."
Not if they don't find out.
Give it to someone else to do it, as in?
We know someone who does inventing and builds things for a living.
Maybe he could help.
We could possibly get in touch. And who might this person be?
Very
I don't know.
talented. It's already designing something for me.
And what might that be?
Well, look, I'll show you when it's made. I think it might be easier than to. Or you could go over and here's the blueprints, or he could come over here. I don't know how it works with your inventor types. But no, he seems pretty talented, pretty cool guy. Ben knows him very well. She could vouch for him. I don't know if you know
He's
Ben.
the
Who might
best.
this be?
But have you heard of hooves and heaves?
No.
Oops.
Okay.
Start breaking out those silver discs and start trying to bribe the
Oh
guy.
yes, Ernest, what is this? Do you know what this is?
You pick out the silver disc and he just glances at it and he goes, "You're in Kavinos and you don't know how to use that?"
I'm in Kavinos. Yes, I don't know how to use it. What is it?
Well, first of all, if you want to ever buy my weapons, if they're on sale, you will need more than this, than what you have currently. That's what I'm gonna
How
say.
much are your weapons in terms of this? Like, what is? So what is one
I
of
will-
this in gold? If that makes sense.
There isn't really a gold equivalent.
Right.
At least not that we don't count it that way. But
Right.
if I could sell my
Discs are
weapons,
non-fungible. The discs are non-fungible.
then NFT. If I were to sell my weapons, if I were to be given permission to sell it to the public, one of it will probably cost you like 600 of those.
Woo! Lucky
Nice.
for you, we have 601.
Can I ask, Alyssa, what do you do with them? I know they are like currency, but like if they not to be converted into gold, what do they do?
Well, one of them, some of us inventor types have kind of managed to hook it up as a power source. Not me. I don't use it as that. I am more interested to the actual, I guess, material of the silver discs can be used for and where they come from. Because it is my belief, even though certain of the inventor types don't quite believe me and they don't back me up on this, it is my belief that they too came from the architects, or at least originated from there in some way, shape, or form. Yeah.
So I was just gonna ask, like, Earthan, I'm sure Renham had a better purpose to send us to you rather than for you to just tell us, don't wave this around. You've got to give us more than this.
Thank you. We nearly died for this thing.
And as you say that out loud, Alina, he goes, "You were attacked."
Yes. So please tell us what it is, so that we can at least know how to protect it or what we're protecting.
As you say that, he straightens at first, and then he just visibly sags. He drags onto the nearest chair. It's really dusty, but he doesn't seem to care. He drags the nearest chair, sets it down. He sits down, and he kind of like looks down on the ground, kind of thinking for a moment. Looks up at you guys again, almost like pondering, weighing his decisions.
And at this stage, before he says anything, I pull out that one of the backpacks that I took from the attackers, and I just kind of throw it. It says,
Oh yes.
they're more equipped than your average mercenary band.
I can see that if you have that. Okay, so here's the deal. I don't know what there's a pause as though he's still hesitating to say it, but he finally after a few moments he finally says it, and he goes, I don't know why the Illuminated Emperor wants these artifacts. I don't know why he's interested in them. But whenever he finds some new technology, or whenever he finds something that he can use as a means to expand his influence or as a means to consolidate his power, he's going to take it. It's the precise reason why, instead of getting me to come up with something more useful, instead of getting me to come up with something more helpful to the civilization and to the city as a whole, I'm stuck here making armaments just so he can plan some weird power grab. I don't know. But I don't like what he has planned for the artifacts. And I want to collect these artifacts, as far as I know. And, well, to be honest, I don't really know exactly what I want to do with them yet, but I don't think it is a good idea to just give it to him. But as you can tell, I can't quite say such things out loud. And even as he says this, he glances at, like, the doors, the windows.
Jonathan, you keep glancing over the direction of Shadowstar Court. We know why. Can they hear us? Can they see us? Are they scrying on us?
I don't know about scrying. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm being scryed, considering the work I do.
Right.
The walls have ears, let's just assume.
So you can't tell us what you think this is right now.
I don't know for sure, which is why I'm trying to collect more of these artifacts and try to figure out what they do before I decide what to do with them. Like I said, to be honest, I don't know what I want to do with them, but I don't think it is a good idea to just hand them over to the Emperor.
Erlitan, do you know where we can find more of these things?
Like I said, I know the location of 3 of them. To be honest, all 3 of them are not in the most easy to access places.
Someone must have put them there, though. If they're not in easy to access places, they must be in those places for a reason.
Well, one of them was brought in by a merchant, half-elf, by the name of Xanovar. He was from the Aurus markets, and he was trying to sell. Honestly, I think he thought it was just scrap, but someone must have noticed, someone must have seen, maybe another fellow inventor under the service of the Emperor, like me, and within 2 days, the Brass Watch came to knock, and from as far as I know, the Brass Watch confiscated the artifact, and it is still in their little garrison up there. I'm not exactly sure if they have passed it to the Emperor yet, but if they're still keeping it as confiscated goods, it is in there somewhere. Obviously, it is not a good idea to just go marching right in. It's not easy, even if you wanted to. There has been word, from what I understand, between the other inventors, but also between the merchants and the little, shall we say, informants that we have. around the city that a similar piece of scrap, or, well, again, people tend to think it's just scrap, has been passing hands somewhere in the Black Lanes in the kill box. Sorry, the rust box. From what we all know, it's kind of common knowledge that the Thieves Guild kind of operates from there, so maybe they know more. I can't be sure. As for the last one, I sent one of my scavengers, kind of a weird fellow, but trustworthy enough. I sent one of my scavengers out into the plains to collect a artifact that was seen there. Again, by my informants who informed me, but unfortunately I lost contact with my scavenger, and it is... I kind of fear for him, fear the worst, because the plains aren't the best place to be getting lost at, and it's worse if you're carrying something that looks seemingly valuable.
You want us to find them?
I wouldn't mind if you do, but do take note that, again, as I mentioned, the plains isn't the safest of locations.
Then give us some of your equipment.
Well, neither
I'm
is
sure
the brass watch or the rust box.
No, but
and
obviously in
so,
this situation now, we can requisition some of this equipment since, as working for you, we are de facto serving the Illuminated Emperor, and therefore the equipment you're manufacturing for his express purpose, we are now serving said purpose.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I not intimidate instead?
It's not really intimidation.
No. 16.
Not bad.
Okay. He thinks for a moment and he goes, I am unable as of right now to give you the entirety of my stock, but I think I can come up with some things that might help if you keep it on a down low.
Of course, we will use it. We will be doing it for the sole purpose of finding your lost informants and endeavoring to return anything he may have found in the plains. And that's all it'll be.
So
He kind of nods.
So, before all that, Alathan, you said not to, you don't think we should hand this over to the wrong hands. But what do you think we should do with it then? You clearly don't know what it is. We don't know what it is. Is it dangerous to hold on to?
I am trying to study them when they come by me. I do have he points to one of the doors that is within the room itself, but the door is currently closed, and he goes, I do have 2 of them with me, but
Can you tell us some of your working theories? You're obviously interested. You're obviously a little bit intimidated by the power that they can hold. So, what are some of your working theories as to what power they could yield?
depending on the part, first of all, I do think what you're currently holding might be some sort of power source, or even whether it's magical in nature or otherwise, I can't be sure, but it's some sort of power source that has the potential to, for a very, very small canister like that, it could probably power like a third of the city, honestly.
Do you think they all work together, all of the parts?
We haven't managed to find like an actual entire working structure, so to speak, that we can very easily move and check out. But based off the pieces that I found, maybe we can find something and find a way to cobble them together, I suppose. I just feel that as new technology, that this shouldn't go into someone who is potentially just using it as a means of power, I guess. I don't think we should hand it to someone that is potentially power hungry.
Max, can I roll to... Yeah,
check?
can I make an insight check to see if he's being genuine
Can I
about
do
this?
that as well?
Make an insight check.
Alright.
So in sync, Nard.
How many notes to take down this session?
I was just like, what does this guy look like? I want my swag. I'm out of the door.
14.
14?
19 plus,
19. Yeah, plus your insight.
which is
20.
93,
nice. Okay, so Nad, you get the idea that he is very apprehensive when it comes to talking about the artifacts. He's very careful as to what he's trying to say. He makes sure that he doesn't say the wrong thing, I suppose. And but that's all you really glean from him. You can kind of tell that he is at least honest in everything that he knows about it. Alina, you get the idea that you get everything that Nat gets, but in addition, you get the idea that he is underneath the surface now, where as an elf he still looks very calm, very careful, but you can tell under, like, based off the little gestures, like the fidgeting of his hands, the fidgeting of his feet, you get the idea that he is very anxious and nervous at the idea of him potentially having to go against the emperor because of his own beliefs of the parts not being used in the wrong way.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's just the idea that you get.
Soul's kind of just ignoring this conversation and looking at all the weapons. Is there anything fun? Or anything that Soul would find interesting?
The one thing that might catch Soul's attention is, as I previously mentioned in the last session, there is what looks like almost like a collapsible blade that extends out from your hand. So like you wear like a wrist, like a glove almost, and it just extends outwards. It's a hidden arm blade, essentially.
Yeah, Soul's just putting it on without permission of anyone. He's putting it on and trying
it's in a thing, right? Like a display case?
Yeah, it is a display case.
Is it a display case? Never mind, then he's not doing
So
it.
you can't you have to like bust it open first, but yeah.
You can just see him like poking at him, just staring at it really intently.
Okay, Erlfan, if we were to find more of these, and we were to hand it over to you, what's in it for us?
He thinks for a moment and he goes, I'm pretty sure I can hand you something that you might like from one of those shelves over there. Permanently. Again, as long as you keep it on the down low, not let anybody know. He walks. He stands up now from the chair, kind of brushes the dust off his clothes a little bit, moves over. It's kind of right next to you, so where you're standing and you're looking at the blade, and he pulls out essentially what looks like a flintlock pistol, and he's like, I don't think this has been seen outside, at least not by the common folk.
Do we recognize it as a pistol, or am I like grabbing it on the wrong end completely? And
you're grabbing it on the wrong end because
like
you've never seen such a thing before. It's a new thing. So you pick it up by like the muzzle, and you're like,
yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how the blade comes out or something.
Yeah, and because it has like the mechanical the
firing pin.
Yeah, the firing pin, and so you like, what the hell is that? Yeah.
Ben, pick it up.
Ben?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm holding it like up like this, so it's about like 8 feet high.
Oh, I can't reach it.
Then so I was like, oh, okay, here you go, because he can't figure out how to work it anyway.
Okay. Can Ven look at it and see whether she can figure it out?
Make an intelligence check.
Am I
Soul
smart?
is Soul allowed to try to see if he can work it out?
You can look at how Ven does it first, but yeah.
Ooh, just straight intelligence, right? Non-net 20.
Ooh.
Non-net 20?
Yeah.
You look at it and you, as an archer and as someone who has seen a lot of weird scrap before, you kind of get the idea that this thing, based off the way it looks, first thing, Soul is definitely holding it in the wrong way, and so you kind of hold it in the right way, and you kind of look at it. You don't quite get the idea of how it really works, but you get the idea this is not a melee weapon. This is definitely a ranged weapon, and you're like, kind of like just looking, kind of.
Crossbows?
Yeah, crossbows. Yeah, crossbows. Yeah.
So if you put it in his grasp as if it's like a crossbow thing, you'd kind of.
I want
just without the actual bow. Yeah, you
but he'll put two and two together.
Ven is gonna look around there for a button to press.
There's no button. Well, there's a trigger.
Yeah, so Soul's just pulling the trigger randomly, saying there's no bolts coming out.
Yeah. And as he does that, he goes, that's because the no, they're not bolts, they're bullets, but they're not in it at the moment. But you kind of have an idea of how it works. Takes some getting used to, considering it's not actually a crossbow or a bow, he says, seeing that Ven has the bow slung across her shoulder.
Out of
Yeah.
game, Max, if we were to take that, we would need proficiency in firearms, I assume.
So you would be firing it without proficiency first, and then the more you use it, the more you get an idea of how to use it, and then you will get the proficiency eventually. But yes, it's firearms proficiency.
Fine, let's take 5 of them and let's go find this guide, this informant.
He looks at you and he goes, I'm afraid I can only spare one.
Fine, let's take 1 and go. Let's go find this guy.
Who's this guy? What's his name? And where did you send him?
Scavenger, you mean?
Yeah, the scavenger that you want us to look
Isn't
for.
that in the plains?
Yes.
Where in the plains?
So, I told him to go find a potential underground ruins, which has recently resurfaced out in the polluted plains. It's kind of near Korgov Scar. I'm gonna change the map so you kind of know where he's talking about.
God, please tell me we don't have to go underground again.
Yeah,
We probably will.
somewhere here.
Oh.
Okay.
Poor Silene.
Yeah. And he goes, unfortunately, that area in particular, as well as the smoking plains, have been overrun by a group of bandits that have taken to calling themselves the Corroded Lords. Probably because nobody really owns the plains, so they assume that they own it. From what I know, I mean, I'm not entirely sure if they might have been the ones who captured Neslin, but it is possible.
Is Neslin the name of the scavenger?
Yes, he's a little gnome fellow. Little eccentric, a little odd, but does his job. Would be a bit of a waste if we lose him. I would suggest, if you really do want to head out and risk your lives in the polluted plains, not that I'm complaining if you're willing to, might want to try and see if you can find a Corroded Lord camp and ask around a little bit. But you better be prepared if you're going out into the plains. Not the healthiest of environments. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Sol doesn't say anything, but he gestures saying, look, they're still not firing your bullets.
That's because the bullets are not in there, big one.
Big one.
He kind of reaches out here, moves back to where his crafting table kind of is, and there are many, it's like rows and rows of drawers underneath it, and so he kind of opens one of the drawers, and you see he pulls out a rather ornate looking box, like a wooden box. It has very nice trimming, and he passes it over to you specifically, so, and he goes, I don't have that much ammunition, but this should be enough. And as you see, as you open it, there are 6 rounded bullets in them, which basically means that you can only fire it 6 times.
Oh wow.
But it is still something.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
I take the balls out. I put them in a more of a sack or something. I give it back in the box. The box looks valuable.
Yeah.
Yep.
Takes it.
So I assume you want us to rescue Neslin and the artifact, if we can.
If you can.
And the artifact will basically get us one of your amazing inventions.
If you take a liking to that, and he kind of gestures towards the flintlock that's currently in Sol's hand, he goes, if you find yourself taking a liking to that, maybe you can keep it. Mind you, I'm trying to come up with a better version of that, but that'll do for now.
And what about if we rescue Neslin? What's in that for us?
Is that not enough?
Well, I mean, we have one thing here already. We could basically trade it. We have kind of no owners to rescue Neslin.
He moves towards the actual glass display cases again, and he opens the one that Soul initially had his eye on with the gauntlet and the blade.
Ooh.
Glances at you in particular, Nat, and he goes, "You probably enjoy this." He very, very carefully takes it off, throws it towards you.
I don't catch it. No, I catch it.
Yeah, and you see that it is kind of like a strapped-on gauntlet, and you can see that there is like this button that you can press that's near your palm that will extend the blade.
Whoa.
If you
Very
use the hidden blade, it essentially works as a dagger, but it's slightly more damaging than a dagger. And when you stab with it, essentially, instead of doing a 1d4, it's a 2d4.
Alright.
Yeah, so it's double the damage.
Okay. I mean, look.
You
I think-
also cannot throw the dagger, and you cannot
That's
be
fine.
disarmed because obviously it's stuck unless the entire thing is removed, and you can
Well-
hide it in a situation. Yeah.
I don't speak for our group at all, Erlefan, so we're not going to take this outside or anything, so don't worry about us stealing it, but can we have some time to talk? Maybe if you have a side room, or we could step outside, what would you prefer?
You can step outside, and he, as you say that, he very, very carefully unstraps the
Yeah.
blade from you again.
I'll let him take it.
Yeah.
You hang on to it.
I'm going to head outside and wait for the rest to join me before we decide where we're going next.
Oh, yeah, we're meant to follow, I suppose.
Yeah.
The
Goes out by
flintlock
himself.
The flintlock is currently on loan.
Yeah, that's
You
fine.
can fire the flintlock. I can tell you the range of the flintlock is not very, very long, unfortunately. But you can use it for a potential range weapon. Unfortunately, you will not actually have the proficiency, so it would just be a D20 plus your dexterity modifier, no proficiency yet. So you might miss with it, but eventually, if you use it long enough, you might get the idea that okay, I can like you will be able to add proficiency to it. But essentially, the range of it is 30 feet. Effective range 30 feet,
Okay.
and then maximum range 90 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
And-
okay, I'll work out the damage later when I fire it.
Uh,
I
it's
have
one-
no idea at this stage.
It's 1d10 piercing, but that's meta knowledge. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Guys, so I assume we kind of are keen to help Neslin. Well, we have three options if we want to continue on these things and get fancy equipment. We can go to the Rust Box, we can try and rob the Brass Watch themselves, or we can go help Neslin. I think maybe Neslin might be the easiest at this stage, but I don't want to
It was
jump
best
into
not
I
to
think-
draw attention to ourselves from the
in the
brass watch.
city, right? Yeah.
So I think if we are going to gear up, best to learn how to gear up outside.
Alternatively, we could go into the Black Lanes with help from Tova, and then we use whatever information we find in the Black Lanes to get into the Brass Watch's favor, and then we go into the Brass Watch to go and find the other thing.
We could. That's also a possibility.
How would we get in their favor though?
By
Just
wiping
say,
the Black
hey,
Lane.
we found like black market people here. We toss them a few goons. We are like, oh, you want to make sure that they get locked up properly. We go inside the thing, and then a couple of us distract them while the rest of us go find the thing. Or we use Scott's referral.
Can we talk about it? I don't think Lost Court is as important as we thought.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It just has to open the door.
Did you
and
know?
then we
They
can
didn't
make
even
it
open any doors though.
We haven't
so-
tried.
I was not literally
We haven't really tried.
Remember,
Shit,
Erlathan literally
guy.
was like, I don't know who the hell this guy is. He's not very important even among nobles or inventors, it seems. When we asked Erlathan about, we said two names, Renim and Lord Scott, and he basically had no idea who Lord Scott is. But we should absolutely try. You're right.
You still have the actual letter from him, so it's like you haven't really made use of it, but you do have it on any chance that in the future you
we
might
needed it.
want it. Yeah, if you need it in some way.
I think Saul has a point though. Maybe we should head outside before we draw attention to ourselves.
That's
And
fair.
I mean, we're gonna be using
prototype things that were not meant to show off. Maybe not, if we get in a fight in the what is it called, the Black Lanes. Draw any attention there.
Well, the
We are.
planes in and of themselves aren't exactly the safest place either. So we should be careful.
What do you think, Alina? And then I'm speaking to Silene in Elvish.
Silene, you go first. Not that you can understand what I'm saying, but
it doesn't seem to be too much else that we've got here.
Can we trust Ilithan?
I don't know. I think, well, I didn't get much from him, but I think he was at least telling the truth about wanting to keep these things from the king.
I think he was telling the truth, but I think his fear might cripple him when push comes to shove.
I think we can trust him, because I saw prototype drums, and attached to it was like a recorder, or a what my people call a harmonica. And I think a man of that culture is definitely trustworthy.
What? You sold me on that. Let's go. Let's give him our lives.
Do we know anything about the Illuminated Emperor, though? I'd be interested to know, like, what the rumors are about him. If he's smart, if he's conniving, if he's a bit thick, if he's...
I don't think any nobles can be trusted.
There are many ways that you can find out what the Illuminated Emperor is like. You can just ask around, but of course do be aware that given that he is like the overall head of state, some people might not be as loose-lipped, but it is possible to attempt to ask.
Also,
Yeah, so I know rumors.
Yeah, you do definitely know.
Yeah, what have
Ben
you
would know
heard,
it all.
Ben?
Well, the biggest rumor that Ven you would know is the fact that there has been rumors of a potential invasion
from Kavinos.
of Bravanos. Yeah.
Is he rumored to be, like, a smart leader? Is he respected? Is he all...
Well, he's respected, but not in the sense of, like, people like
tyrant.
him.
Is he
Yeah.
conniving? Is he strategic?
Here's the thing, we don't know. No one's seen him before. Well, not often at the very
Oh,
least.
fuck, it's Skynet. The Emperor is Skynet.
The Emperor hardly ever leaves wherever it is that he lives. No one has really seen him, let alone his wife or his sons. There has been a rumor for a long time that he's planning to invade Bravanos, but we have not seen such an attempt yet. I mean, Kavinos and Bravanos are neighboring cities, so they have been, arguments over trade and ocean, like which part of the ocean belongs to who and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, Kavinos, half of it is a blasted wasteland, so they rely a lot on trade. So I could see why the Emperor would want to invade Bravanos, because then he has like a secondary, more lush port city, so he wouldn't have to keep relying on external imports from other places anymore.
Who's the Emperor of Bravanos again?
Bravanos is ruled.
Do we know?
Well, the Emperor of Kavinos is the Emperor Octavius Ramsey Algernon, which is why there are things in the city that are Algernon because it's named after him. Bravanos is ruled by a Primarch, and her name is Galeana Ravenfire. Let me just type that.
Galeana Ravenfire.
Do we know anything about her? Are there any rumors regarding her then, or?
I would know, right? Because
the Primarch of Bravanos is selected from 3 different houses, and essentially these 3 houses are like their I guess their council of their head houses, so to speak. And the 3 of them, they essentially after every 5 years the Primarch steps down. So like right now, if it's House Ravenfire, they step down and then they swap the other house, and then they just take turns and it just keeps going. Galeana Ravenfire has been the Primarch for about 3 years now.
Okay.
What was it you wanted to ask, Ben, about her?
I just wanted to ask if I would know this kind of stuff.
Yeah, essentially.
Would I also know about the attempt on Octavius's life a while back at the parade?
You would have been in the city by then, yes.
Do I know about the rest of the sons being missing, or is it just the one?
I would say you probably only know about the one right now. Yeah.
Okay, well, I know
Tell the
that
rest, yeah.
when I first arrived here, there was a parade. I'm not sure what they were celebrating, but there was a parade. But then during that parade, there was an attempt on Octavius's life, but they failed, obviously. And supposedly that was orchestrated by one of the 7 crown princes.
Nice.
The
But
7
he
princes.
hasn't-
There's only one crown prince, but 7
The
Oh yeah,
princes.
sorry, the 7
princes.
princes. But he hasn't been seen since, so I can only assume he's dead, or worse.
Well,
No one has seen the
that's
other
all well
other
and
6.
good, but doesn't solve our immediate question. Should we be even looking for these pieces of the architect?
Well, to be honest, I don't care much for
Yeah,
what
like
the
it doesn't.
Emperor
It doesn't.
wants or
Yeah,
stuff.
this architect thing doesn't move me.
But getting them means that we get better equipment and fancier tools from Erlathan.
I'm intrigued as well. I don't want like great power to fall into the wrong hands.
Yeah, about that, do you think we should hold on to this, which kind of paints a target on our back, or do you think we should hand it to Erlathan, and if he dies, he dies?
I am worried
Yeah, the
because
problem is
Erlathan
that
does seem
Erlathan's under being scried at the moment.
I am worried because he's already
Well-
making Erlathan make weapons, and I know that he has talked like the king. There has been talk about the king wanting to invade Bravinos. So if we just let this fall into his hands, it's possible that. I mean,
Well,
if he gets Bravinos, like who is to stop him from getting the rest of the other continents around the world?
I
Bravinos
don't
is a
think
major-
he could, Vin.
Bravinos is a major shipping port, though. You never know.
Yeah, Draco Home wouldn't stand for that. Not that it matters. The thing is, if we were to hold on to it, and people knew, if they were scrying on him, they know we have it now because they were scrying on him and they saw us in conversation with him. So that
No,
paints a target.
they think Nard has it. He was the only one who waved it around.
Yeah, but they think we have it. Is what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. So
Well,
what
then
we
no-
do is we go back in, and we just casually leave one, half-heartedly hidden inside Erlathan's shop, and then we leave.
We don't want to just give
But then
him
where is
the one
where
hit.
is yeah.
Well, see, the whole reason, the only reason I'm bringing this up is if we don't give him this, then what's the point of getting the other ones? If the whole
For
reason
fun.
was to get them to trade them with him to get better stuff, then we might as well start now and give him this one.
Don't mind. Soul doesn't really care either way.
Yeah.
But could we not give him a fake?
He wouldn't
And
know.
then
Like literally wouldn't hold it.
He wouldn't,
for like
and
10
then we
seconds.
could keep a couple of fakes and the real one on us, and then if ever we were caught or something, we could just give them a fake.
No, but he would know it's a fake. Because it's not a well-made fake.
But then we
It's
could
just
clue
a-
him in and just say,
Look,
if people
I've got a
come
better
asking,
idea. I've got another idea. Nobody in this entire city seems to know where Who's and He's is, or who
Oi.
Hyratos is. Let's be honest. We've asked Lord Scott, we've asked Thorny Marsh, we've asked Erlathan, we've even asked that lady in the Woodland Remedy. She barely couldn't recognize it until we actually specifically mentioned something. Put it there. No one's even going to think to look there.
But
It
then
would
you're
be
putting
amongst
Hyratos
more.
in danger. For
Mhm.
what?
Yeah, why are we even holding on to it?
Yeah, why? We don't need it. It means nothing. Sell it. I'll sell it to the highest bidder.
Yeah, but then it's going to fall into bad hands, and we don't.
As far as we're concerned, it's kind of a moot point for us at the moment.
Come on,
Well-
guys. The great
well,
are
if you-
good. They're great or good.
Well, think about it this way, so if let's say the emperor gets what he wants, for all you know, you could be bowing to him eventually, and I don't think he's gonna let you just run around and do whatever you want in the name of Gozensko or not.
Then we'll die in the name of Glenskill.
Ugh.
I'd really just rather not die in anyone's name. To be completely honest, I'd quite like to
I
live.
think let's not die. Full stop.
Then, for lack of a better plan, let's go look for the guy in the plains that keeps us out of the sight of the Golden City, away from the Emperor's brass watch and all of his eyes and ears, and we can work out a plan when we get back.
There's a third. We could hide the real deal somewhere in the Obsidian Mount.
You
Is
see
it
the
a
mountain?
mountain?
It's a
Yeah,
mountain.
It's a big climb.
Then,
It's a big
okay,
fucking mountain.
there'd be somewhere to hide it though. We could bury it, and then that way we're not putting anyone at risk.
But
We
then
don't have it on us.
Bitch Queen's Temple.
Okay.
What do you think? Do we want it on us, or I think if we're leaving it here, we shouldn't leave it with someone.
If we don't trust anyone in the city, or we don't want to put anyone in danger, then we're better off carrying it ourselves.
I agree with Saul. I think if we're gonna hide it, we might as well carry it. But if we're gonna hand it over to someone, I'm willing to just hand it over right here to Olathon because I don't want to hold on to it. It's kind of like when you steal shit, you fence it as soon as you can. I don't know if you guys have stolen shit, but if you steal shit, you fence it.
Why?
You don't hold on to it.
Saul's like, while I don't agree with the sentiment, I understand what he means.
Yeah, right. Why carry something? Hold on to the fake ones and use it as a bargaining chip and distraction. But
We're all assuming as well that Arlathon wants to keep hold of this.
well, he has two in
He
the back.
already
He's
has
studying
two,
it.
Yeah, he already has two on him, to be fair.
He's
Okay.
a nerd.
Fuck it, you're not wrong.
He told
you
you
know
that,
what I mean?
He told you that he
yeah.
has two. Yeah.
And I don't entirely trust him right now, but I never trust nobles, so I'd rather give it to him.
He's not technically a noble.
No, not him. The emperor.
Oh, right.
I don't trust royalty or noble.
I mean, to be fair,
nobility.
Olathon is predisposed to not want to hand it over to the Emperor anyway, and he does have a lot of firepower in that workshop, I'm pretty sure, so...
Then how about we cut a deal and we say we hand it over if he, helps Karatos out? Does
I
Karatos
would
need
not be
work
opposed to that.
or anything? How can we help Karatos?
Karatos needs something that can supply a large amount of water wherever he wants right now. So, the closest I've come in terms of research is a water elemental core. But
Get Saul some beers. He could supply you with lots of water.
See if you can find like a water genasi. Surely they'd be able to produce.
no, because water genasi can only cast the same spell, which is create and destroy water, and we've already tried that. We need a big amount of water.
Well, let's talk to Earthan then. Let's hand this over, with the bargaining chip, whatever. We'll get extra equipment. We'll go.
Okay.
We'll ask if he can help Karatos, or if Karatos can maybe help him build up his name. Then maybe that might help. I don't know. Build up the hooves and hooves name. And then we'll go save Nestle, and then we'll go save Nestle, and then we'll figure out from there. I mean, who knows? We might find something that Nestle has found that would be like, oh shit, don't go back to the Golden City. We might not even be coming back here.
Okay.
For
Right.
a long time. Yeah? What do you think, Saul?
Oda shrugs and says, fine, whatever.
Let's go, my Dragonborn friend!
Wait, what about Silene and Catmonk?
What do you think? Catmonk doesn't think, Alina, so it's fine. What do you think, Silene?
We're going to the desert.
Bong.
We gotta prepare.
Yeah, I think we could probably do a quick, grab of stuff before we head out.
Bong.
I've got to say, I for one am buzzing about going to a desert.
All right, let's go to a dessert.
Oh, a dessert.
Let's go get some
dessert.
It's hard to
Ven,
Yes.
make a history check.
Oh, why?
You specifically. Because you've been here longer than the rest.
Okay, so yeah, that's what we'll do. Once the
History, right? Oh, nat 20.
rolling
Okay.
crazy today.
So, there's one thing that you know about the plains, and there's a reason why they are called the polluted plains.
Mm-hmm.
The plains are not just somewhere that you could just walk in, and they're not somewhere that you could just be like, let's just stroll in like a park or something. You need to find a way, if possible, to kind of protect yourself from the potential poisonous gases that will slowly
we need that PPE, dude.
emerge.
PPE.
Yeah, emerge from the ground, and it would eventually damage you the longer you're there, and probably weaken your constitution as well. So it's not a.
Does this count as a disease, or
We
is
need
it
the
specifically a
PPE.
poison?
It's not necessarily a disease. It is a form of poison, which I believe you as a paladin are immune.
Would
It's like
Ben know
walking
where we
into
can
a-
buy face masks / whatever?
It's like
that
walking
we
into a
need
room of
PPEs?
chlorine gas, I guess.
Kind of.
Yeah, what can we
Okay.
get?
Well,
Yeah, 'cause
I guess we can ask Earthan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
Do I need to worry about it? I just don't know what this. Do you classify this as a poison or a disease or something?
This is more of a poison. So
Sure,
as
man.
a paladin, you are not as susceptible to poisons.
I should have gone
So
your
there is a good thing. There's a good thing. So
Okay.
you might want to get just in case, but because from what you heard from Ben, it is the kind of thing where initially maybe you wouldn't quite feel the effects of it, but the longer you remain, there's a chance that even you might be susceptible to it, even if you might be more resistant than the rest of them. So
Right.
you might still want to get it, but for the rest of them, they definitely have to get it.
Do I have any resistance or any?
You only to
anything?
fire left after that. Yeah.
You only have to fire, yeah.
I feel like even if you had
Okay.
resistance, after a while it would nullify your resistance entirely, the longer you stay in there.
I'm going to.
There's a reason why nobody just goes strolling into it, essentially.
Until now. I'm gonna head back in. We're gonna head back in, Max, and do what we said.
Which is?
So, Erlathan, you're in luck. We're going to save your good friend Nestle. We're gonna borrow that crossbow gun thing, that crossbow thing. And probably not. And we will probably give you the thing we have for you to keep, save, keep, trade.
Are you giving him the real one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he'll know the fake one because like characters will like,
Yeah, I'm
very fake.
I'm still asking.
No, the real one. Yeah.
The real one, okay. So as you hand it over to him, he very, very gingerly takes it, and you see he again, subconscious action. He kind of glances at the open windows, and he just quickly pushes it under his cloak, moves towards the window, and just like pulls the blinds over it, and he just goes, "I take that to mean that you're willing to go search for the other three potentially."
Well, we'll search for one first and see how we go, eh?
Exchange.
That's fair. That's fair.
Whoa!
In
Whoa, buddy, this ain't for free. In exchange, you gotta help someone named Kavinos over at the Hooves and Heaves. It's on the border between Rustbox and Perfect Lights.
Isn't it the same guy you mentioned before?
Yes,
sir.
He's a good guy, Erlathan. He's an inventor type, very creative, very smart.
He's making something that would change the face of this continent.
That's
you
what
on-
they all say.
Well, as you understand, a lot of invention.
It's true this time. None of you other bright lights have thought about it.
That's what they all say.
It doesn't matter. It's, it's part of the.
But, sure.
So
How
please.
exactly do you want me to help him?
Well,
He's
then.
making a giant irrigation system, and he needs something that can transport water from one place to another instantaneously, as much as he wants.
Like a water elemental core.
Yes, that's what I've been saying this whole time!
And why hasn't he gotten it?
Well, we don't know where to find one, and none of us are strong enough to take down a water elemental core.
I can't say I have some, but I guess I could write to him. Hooves and Heaves, you said?
Yeah,
Yes.
well, look, like maybe, you need help with clearing all these things, and he can help you bring his prestige up a little since you're so famous, Erlathan, blah, blah, blah. But I'll leave that to you to figure out the, I guess, semantics and whatnot. Which is adventure types. We're gonna go kill shit and save your friend Nestle.
He looks at you specifically, Vin, and he just says, just pass me the address of where this place might be.
And paper.
Yep. He
Yeah, and
basically...
I write it down for him. And I even give him a little crude little doodle of what Kavinos looks like. And then I draw a small gears in algebra next to it. And then kind of as an afterthought, I draw Tova as well.
Tova?
Oh,
Oh,
gang,
okay.
gang.
Yes.
The whole gang, yeah, okay.
Before we head out to the plane,
Yes, same. I was about to say you go first. So
we're gonna need some better equipment than this.
yeah. Erlathan, can I borrow the stabby stab?
I was gonna say something to help us with the breathy breathe, then the stabby stab.
Yeah, we'll ask him about that after as well.
I thought that was promised to you if you would help me get some of the other
Yes.
artifacts.
And we have a follow-up question. If we were to go into the plains, as you know, as we know very well, you can't breathe in there, not well.
Do you have any ideas how to circumvent that? Do you have any inventions we could use?
He thinks for a moment. He goes, "Well, it's not. I know what you're particularly talking about, but you might be better off trying to ask at the league." He kind of gestures vaguely outwards. He goes, the League of Crosshammers tends to sell basically any useful products that the inventors of Great Gears have come up with. So if you want something like that, you might want to head over there.
Okay, that makes sense.
Can Sol also ask Elathan, since we are in this partnership, because we have 2 of those backpacks from those attackers, he wants to give one to him and say, "Can you get this to work for us?"
You want to...
Because they said it was powered by some sort of power source, and if these pieces of ancients are power sources, or he's studying them as power sources, can he just juice one up for us?
It won't be as
Doesn't have
powerful
to be
as
right.
what...
Doesn't have to be right now. We can probably pick it up on our way back. Like if he can't do it right now, but if he can do it right now, I'd love to force lightning someone.
I will need to take a look at that, but it does resemble the ones that the Brass Watch sometimes uses, so give me a bit.
Good. Then it should be right up your alley.
I would say so. I like to think so. Now, finally he straightens himself, and it's been a while since he does that. He goes, "If you're done, scram. I have work to do."
See ya!
We're out.
Bye.
Erlithan, are you a man of instruments?
No.
Alright. I walk away.
No, you were gonna say something else.
No, it's his first line all session, and then you shut him down like that.
But he's just asking the wrong person.
Okay.
Big dick.
Then instead of just walking out the door, she's gonna back up and like hoist herself up onto a windowsill of an open window nearby, and then just do this and then tumble out backwards from the window.
Nice.
Just fall backwards from the window.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Sol's gonna just walk to the League of Crosshammers. He's gonna find some sort of breathing apparatus. Like I'm imagining a gas mask with some O2 vials or something.
I follow.
Yeah. It would be something similar to that.
I follow.
So
Is it purely poison, Max?
mostly it's from
Like
what
poison air, right? Yeah.
yeah, from what Ven has mentioned, it is mostly to do with like gases rising from beneath the ground. So you kind of get the idea. It's probably whatever sort of poison it is definitely like gaseous in nature, kind of.
If I have
So,
some sort of poison resistance from my background, does that take effect here? Probably not.
You may
Only
have
for a bit, right? That's what he said.
you may
But
have
yeah.
a little
Okay,
bit of
okay, yeah.
resistance initially, but the longer you stay out there,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
more at risk
Yep,
you
yep,
will still be.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So Sol's looking for one full kit and one replacement mask.
One full what? Sorry.
Just one full of this breathing kit, and then
Right.
and then one replacement mask in case the first one fucks.
Okay.
I'm imagining
So-
Metro when it always breaks.
So as you walk into the League of Crosshammers, you see the main part of the building. From the outside, the first thing you notice as you walk outside is that the building itself definitely looks a lot like it's dwarven architecture with like the very rounded domes. And as you walk in, you do see that the person right at across from the main entrance, which is the counter, kind of like a service counter, it is a dwarven male that is kind of standing there. And around the room, however, you see it looks like there are many different, not quite patrons, but they do look to be almost like their own inventor types, kind of, where they are fiddling with little bits and pieces of scrap metal. There's different like there's humans, there's dwarves, there's gnomes. They're just all kind of different races, all kind of fiddling. And they're also talking to each other. And you see some of them are, instead of fiddling, some of them are kind of drawing out very, very rough-looking blueprints. And it just kind of feels like it's a community of inventors, so to speak. You don't necessarily see the items that are actually being sold, but the entire league gives you the idea this isn't just a shop. This is kind of like also a place where budding inventors would meet. You can see that with a lot of these inventors, there are some of them who are dressed in more common folk clothing, more grimy, more dirty. Some of them do look like they are down on their luck. Some of them are a little bit more well off, but none of them seem to be of the level of like Erlotan, kind of. Yeah.
Whip out those silver discs. I think we need to use them to buy stuff here.
You don't see the silver discs. You don't see them. You don't see any silver discs that they are using, but it would be correct to assume that you might need them here. Yeah.
Well, so is it like a big room kind of thing where they all?
It's almost like a commune, almost like a commune where there are many tables, many benches, and there are mini versions of like work desks that people put their tools on and they're kind of tinkering. But in general, you just get the idea this is more of like an inventors community, inventors club.
Right.
But there is like a counter at the very opposite of the door, where there's like a dwarf kind of seated there. His nose and his face kind of, he has like the glasses on the tip of his nose, and he's kind of looking through like a huge home in front of him. But you get the idea that that's probably where you would ask for the products. Yeah.
Okay, I guess we go over.
I walk up to there and we ask for the stuff, saying we're going to the Corroded Plains. We need breathing gear.
As soon as you walk up and he sees you, he's like one eye still trained on the book that he's reading, but the other eye kind of looking up at you guys, and he goes, "Welcome to the League of Crosshammers. How can I help you?" Just like not really bothering.
Look up. Make eye contact, mate. That's very rude. Come on, look at us. Okay.
What do you want?
We, good sir, are going to the Shattered, not the Shattered Plains. That's from a book. The polluted plains. We need something that will help us breathe in there. As you know, it's very toxic. Who can we approach for that, and who sells stuff like that?
Very slowly, you see, as you say, the polluted plains, his eyes widen a little bit, and his hands actually move from the book itself, and he slowly rises to his feet. He is a dwarf, so he's not very tall, even after he rises to his feet. But it gives him a little bit more height as he looks past, and he can kind of scan the party that stands before him right now. And he goes, "Got a death wish." Going right up into the dwarf.
Doesn't matter. We need to breathe there.
As you say that, he kind of looks over the all of you and goes, not my business, it's true. Well, if you want a breathing mask and all that, we do have it here.
Yeah.
How many do you want?
What?
One silver disc each.
We need 6 of them. Oh, should we buy double, guys?
How long do they last?
Can't confirm out there. You don't know.
Okay, but roughly.
What?
Technically, they should work for a few days. Technically.
Ah, crap.
Yeah, definitely get a spare. What the fuck?
We'll buy 3 each.
I don't have any discs though.
I have enough. I have all the discs.
How many discs do you remember how many we have?
Right now?
I have, according to adding what Ray just gave me, I have 97 of them. Is that right, Max?
Yeah, no, you did find quite a bunch of them.
There's quite a few, right? Yeah, I have 97, so we can easily afford 18. Wait,
We're
what
about
1/6
of the way to buying a giant fire round from Erlotan.
I know, right?
Yeah, but if we don't get that far.
Wait, how much is it each? Sorry, 6 discs each. One disc each.
Yeah.
So we want 3 each, so 18.
So 18, yeah.
Yeah, I can afford that.
Can we do that? Can we get 18 of these breathing?
Is it buy 17 get one free?
Yeah, can we get 17 and get one free?
Is it like a Premier Ball situation? You buy 10, you get one free Premier Ball.
Can we do a deal and do, I don't know, if we're gonna get 18, can we do like, let's say 18 for 15 disc?
No. And he turns around, walks into the back room.
That's fine.
And you're left standing there for a moment. He comes back out. He comes back out and you see he's carrying a huge carton of what looks to be like a boxes of all the masks, puts it on. And you do, essentially they do resemble a cross between the gas mask we're used to seeing in the modern day, but it has a little bit of like the Plague Doctor feel as well. With a little bit of
that's awesome.
A little bit.
Awesome.
Wait, is Virus gonna be okay though if he goes in there?
Virus is acid dragon, right?
Yeah.
You don't know.
Bruh.
Is Virus?
He is a living.
Is Virus
mask,
even
like a tiny mask for a
He
dress.
is a living thing, so you know.
Then is Virus a fey creature or is he a
No,
dragon?
he's a dragon. A dragon is its own class of creature. He's
Oh.
a dragon. He's not a
The
fake
dragon,
creature.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. I count as a fake creature, so does Kyratos, but not Viros.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I count
Do
as a cat.
do you have anything smaller, like a smaller mask?
Yeah, do you have
for-
like a
for
cat-sized
children?
mask that I can put on?
You're bringing a
Vero?
cat out to the plains.
No, I'm bringing a dragon out to the plains.
And as you say that, Virus kind of
Yeah.
pops out from your hood underneath and just hisses
Mm-hmm.
at the dwarf. And he looks at it and goes, I mean, suit yourself. He goes back in.
They have one?
Yeah, wait, I can't believe he
What?
actually has one.
And as he comes out, you see, yeah, there's a smaller version.
Oh my god.
Do you have any more of those?
He goes, you know,
That's
sometimes we deal with like goblins that want to walk out and meet their own doom. We need slightly smaller ones. I'm not sure if it will technically fit the lizard, but
Oi, he takes offense to
Lizard.
that.
look,
Do you want
do
to
you want
try
it or
it
not?
on?
Yeah, I'll try it on. Why not?
Let him
No.
try before he buys.
Yeah.
Wait, are you trying out or is Vera?
I'm gonna
Vera's
try and put it
trying
on.
on.
You're gonna try and put
Yeah.
it on. Yeah. So it is a bit of a weird fit because Virus is more of like a draconic snout, the long
Mhm.
snouts, and this seems made for a more humanoid. But because it is a little bit of a mix of the Plague Doctor with the long snout, it does kind of fit, but it's not the tightest fit, but you can try to make it work. Yeah.
I'll try to make it work. It's okay. I have some tools that I can use.
Oh,
Do you have
wait. So
anything else that will help
shall
us?
I minus any for Kyratos?
No, I'll just instead of getting like 2 extra for me, I'll get like 1 extra for myself and then the 1 for Viros.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So
which
that's
is
still
what we are 18, so
that's
3.
Yeah,
still
still
18. That's
18.
still
Yeah.
18.
Just
Yeah.
18. Okay.
Yep.
Here you go, kind sir. Here are your discuses.
You drop the silver disc, he just sweeps them properly. But you see, as he sweeps them, it drops into like a little basket that's below, and you can see as they all drop into the basket, he presses them with his hand again, and they all fall through like a tiny slot that's below the basket. It just disappears into the slot. Yeah. He goes, "Thank you for your patronage."
Would
Sits
also
back
be
down again.
what we'd ask. Where's the nearest corroded one's camp?
Or
I
the Kings?
would
Is
not
what
know
it-
that.
Corroded King, sorry. Okay,
Corridor Lords. I would not
Lords.
know that.
okay. Never mind.
Are we just
How do
gonna walk
we
out?
how do we get across as
Is
well?
there anything
Ben,
else
do
we
you
need
know?
to prepare before we go, team?
You do. Okay,
Um,
so because you asked, you can technically just walk out because there is like a city gate, but
Oh.
most people don't just walk out. They just take the lightning wave if they want to go anywhere. But you can technically do that. But of course, after you exit the confines of the city, anything that happens to you is no longer their concern. Like if you die, you die. Yeah. But as to what else you might need to bring, well, that's kind of up to you.
Yeah.
Would
do
anyone
you need
like-
anything else?
Would anyone
Well-
I know in Rustbox, like my fellow scavenger, know about the corroded lords?
Even though you've been here for a while, Van, you've not really experienced what it's like to really exit the city and venture out into the plains. You've only really taken the lightning rail when necessary. So
Mhm.
even you don't really know of that, and you don't really know of anyone who really willingly walks into the plains just like that as well. There are
Alright.
scavengers who do it, but as suggested by Erlatan, any scavengers willing to do it tends to be a bit eccentric and a bit crazy. And you get
Insane. Okay.
you get the idea that might be also because they were exposed too much to the weirdness of the plains. You don't know, but that's the idea that you kind of get. Yeah.
Alright.
well, let's go buy some rations, some
Yeah,
other
food.
essential adventuring gears, and then let's head
Yeah,
out.
yeah. Can we get like food and for I don't know
Get water as well.
Yeah, like
a
a week's worth of food and water.
week's worth of food? Yeah.
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 If you want to
Right.
get rations, it's a simple enough affair that that would be 1 day
Yeah.
worth of rations is 5 silver. So with 1 gold, you can get 2 days worth of rations. So if you want a week, that is 7. So then that would be 7 days of rations.
3 gold, 5 silver.
Yeah,
8 days
yeah,
worth and get 4 gold.
Yeah, that also 8
8
days.
days worth and get 4 gold. Okay.
And it's 4 gold. Yeah, that.
Oh, I
also
already
works.
have 5 days of rations.
Yeah, I
already.
seem to have 5 days worth of rations, so it makes sense.
You would have some.
Adventuring
have
gear,
some,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
wait,
mean,
yeah.
so far, I don't think the party really has a need that they really had to eat rations because there hasn't been situations where you camped out in the wilderness.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah.
I'll buy 4 rations for 2 gold then. Yeah, done.
Yep. So I'll do that as I guess makes the math easier.
I think 9 is enough.
4 rations for 2 gold. Is that 4 days?
4 rations is 4 days. Yes.
Okay. Can I buy?
We're going
Alright.
for about we're estimating a week.
You don't
Can
know
I
how
just buy
long you'll be out.
7 just in case anybody?
Yeah. 7 would be
Okay,
3
I'll
gold
get
and
7.
5 silver.
Get 8, you donut.
Okay. Oh wait, why?
It's just easier. 4 gold.
Okay,
your maths.
8. All right, pipe down.
And I don't think, from what I can see from Soul's equipment pack, he has a bed, but he doesn't, not a bed, he has a blanket, but but I mean, sorry,
technically-
does rations include water? Before
Yeah,
I go
it
any
does.
further?
It does.
So I have 8 days worth.
Mm-hmm. Good night,
Cool.
guys.
Hey, good dwarf, sir. What's your name? Sorry.
Dalbeck.
Yeah, cool. Dalbeck. For anyone, heading out that way, is there anything you would recommend that's on sale here that you think will come in handy apart from these?
People
Anyone who
don't
wants
think
to
of-
head down there, don't.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm not looking to buy advice, mate. I'm looking to buy things. Is there anything that I could buy that would be helpful out there?
I'm not sure if you can afford it, but if there's some sort of means of travel, it might be fast for you.
Like
Wait.
a machine of war?
Wait, like
Not
vehicle?
necessarily a machine of war, some sort of traveling. Well,
Oh my
even
god, are we road tripping?
even animals work, but it's not the best because gases and all that. So again, don't.
So maybe we'll just walk out that way then.
Do you sell motorbikes? Or like
What?
Can
No,
you
he doesn't.
imagine us?
Where
Flute squad.
where can we go to buy these traveling vehicles?
Well, we don't have any of that sort of thing right here. If you're kind of looking for things that you want to kind of help you traverse the plains quicker, you might want to ask closer to the Aurus markets, but I wouldn't suggest you buy. Well, not that I wouldn't suggest you buy, but honestly, those things are pretty expensive.
Okay. I'm assuming.
How much are we talking?
Renting them might be a bit cheaper, but they don't tend to rent them out to people who don't look like they might come back. If you want to
How much are we
purchase them,
talking for renting and buying?
as far as I know, one skiff of some sort would cost you probably a couple of 100,000 gold, maybe.
Right. Well, it's a big no then, isn't it?
If we
Couple of
pool all
hundred
our funds
thousand.
together, we put all our
It's
funds
like
together.
buying a car in real life. You gotta buy the
Kind
car,
of.
you gotta buy the road tax, the insurance.
This
Kind
is
of.
the high fantasy we came here for.
If you go to Singapore, you gotta pay for the CEO. Bruh.
COD, yeah.
Get our
Freaking
CEO?
next level,
get our
next
wolf
level.
and our
Yeah.
Would you
Alright,
like to
Well,
go
if
twice?
there's nothing else to buy, should we just head out?
Yeah, let's
Let's
go.
go. I agree.
Shit fucking dwarf.
We
Has everyone
head
got
out.
rations?
Yes,
100%.
100%.
Who's Rashun?
Yeah, who's Rashid?
Rashim.
Okay.
It's
Technically, I would like to remind Ray / Silene that as a druid, you have a spell called Goodberry. And Goodberry, if you create 10 berries in a day and you give 1 berry to everyone, that does count as 1 ration. But that would cost you a spell. But I'm just letting you know.
So you could do it before sleep, kind of thing.
Yeah.
To know.
Yep. Okay.
Only lasts
Barely.
for a day.
So if there's nothing else that the party wishes to do, we can head out to the plains. But before we do that, we will take a real life break.
Yeah.
All
Of
right.
like 15 minutes or so. So
Mate,
yeah,
so
be
what was
back at like
the
4.
arm blade I got? It was just.
No, you didn't get the arm blade.
I
He
thought we
didn't donate
borrowed
to
it.
you.
No,
No,
Oh,
he
did we
didn't.
not?
No,
We get that.
he
We
borrowed.
have,
He lent you. He lent you the pistol
we have
Ah, right.
6 shots.
and
Can-
6 bullets.
Can we put the ball bearings inside it? Would that be of a similar size?
Probably not.
Similar,
Ball bearings are, like,
similar.
small
You
ass,
you
right?
could try. You could try. Yeah. It is slightly smaller, but based off the way it works, probably.
There
Alright.
we go. We'll never have the results of 6 shots. I'll just be like, anyway,
You
it's a
can
real life
try.
break, yeah?
Yeah, real life break. So be back at 4:20. Blaze it.
20 minutes! Blaze it!
15 minutes. But yeah. Are we back on the internet?
I think so.
Have we good Razor?
Razor. Yeah, Rayquaza.
Silene, Ren, Ray, wherever you know him from.
Yeah.
Renai.
Renai,
Kawaii.
Kawaii.
Renai Kawaii.
Alright, let's go.
Okay. Yes.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, guys. We were making really, really hard to understand strategy plans, what have you.
That's true. That is true. High strategy, some would say.
Yes, very, very high strategy.
5 head.
But
5 heads.
5-hit strategy.
yes, 5-hit strategy. Okay,
Absolutely.
so
And then we just walk out of the city.
yeah.
Literally what we're doing, yeah.
Yeah, 5 head.
as you exit Factory Wood, where Earldan is around here, you know that because you are heading towards the polluted plains, the exit of the city would be around here, perfect lights, or you could also exit from close to where the Southern Rail station is. And so deciding doesn't really matter. And the nearest location you would probably want to go is close to where the lightning rail is. You walk past the lightning rail station, past Bender Square, of which again you see the very, very familiar pop-up stalls that are all in the area. As you walk past the lightning rail, you know past the lightning rail station there is one smaller path that is mostly unused that leads to basically the southern, not quite southern, but more like southwestern city gates. And as you walk to the city gates, you see that there are 4 Brass Watch members that are standing at the gates, and there is a very, very small like outpost there of the Brass Watch, and they almost look surprised to see that there's someone walking in that direction. And as you approach them, they go, "You go the wrong way."
Hey, no go the wrong way. We're heading outside, mate.
To the plains?
Yes to the plains, kind sir.
Kind of glances all of you up and down, sees part of the masks hanging off your outfits and shrugs. Goes, "Your choice." Slowly opens the gate. You see he signals to one of them. He unlatches what looks like a very elaborate lock at the gate, signals to one of the other Brass Watch soldiers who walks into the outpost, and slowly you hear you see the soldier inside kind of like tinkering with some levers or something, and you see the door slowly, the top part of the door, there are like metal bars that slowly just unlock one by one, and the door very, very, very slowly opens.
That's sexy.
And as you walk past and you walk out, you start immediately as the door opens, you see the stark difference between the inside of the city and the outside, where previously just behind you, just like 10, 15 feet behind you, you have the shops, you have the lightning rail, you have people just hustle and bustle. The moment the door opens, that slight opening, you just see the emptiness beyond. Just a vast emptiness beyond. The sand, and it's just empty. And you can see the wind starts to blow. You see parts of the sand kind of like move over, but yeah, you just see the vast emptiness and the quiet. The quiet hits you immediately.
Does anyone know how to actually get there? Do we have like a compass or a map?
You have no idea where the camp is. You have to try to like search for it, maybe. Yeah, but either way,
Okay.
as you step out and you all move, you hear just under your breath the last one of you to walk out, which I assume is Alina and Silene. As you walk out, you hear just as the door closes again, the guards, 2 of the guards talking to each other. What are the best? Those will come back, and they just close the gate behind you.
Okay.
And you find yourself standing basically with the gate right behind you, out on a very, very open expanse of not quite desert, but just wasteland right before you. You are basically somewhere around like here at the moment.
Is that a wall in the middle?
But
That's
well, no,
lightning rail.
that's the
That's
lightning
the
rail.
tracks, right?
Oh, that's the track.
Yeah.
Right, of course.
Yeah, and you notice that immediately you start to see the expanse before you. The first thing you see is occasionally within just where you're standing before you even moved, within maybe 10 or 15 feet of you, there is an occasional just and from below the ground just gas just emerges and erupts, almost like a geyser of gas just up from the ground, and it's a very purplish greenish kind of gas that just emerges from the ground. And as it settles down again, the sand kind of covers it over because of the wind. But again, in the distance, you see another one, just like a gas spout almost. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Was there any sort of like tell, or like could we feel or hear the pressure or smell or anything so that we
You can hear the
warn ourselves?
sound. You can hear the sound before it actually erupts. Like
Okay.
that. Yeah. And then it just erupts. Yeah.
Well, I guess Sol's just gonna start walking in a generally where he thinks the scar would be, which is, I guess, the generally westerly direction.
West
Not
from
not
here to
specifically
here.
west, but just in a generally
yeah,
west. But he's just
general.
walking in a straight line.
Okay. So Soul just goes marching off as all of you stand there out in the expanse and just wonder where to head next. Soul just marches off. At this point of day, it would be because you met Erlatan kind of early in the day, and then you did all your talking, you did all your shopping. At this point of time, it would be about afternoon, maybe like 2 to 3 in the afternoon kind of thing. Yeah.
Does any one of us have like anything to sleep in, like a tent or?
I've got a blanket.
We sleep.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah,
it's in your explorer's pack. I'm pretty
It's
sure.
in your explorer's pack, yeah, which is why I said you gotta get the explorer's pack. First things first, is anybody immediately putting on the gas mask or just not leaving yourself open
I
for
am.
now?
I'm getting mine
Put it
on.
on.
I leave myself open.
Soul didn't put it on, right? So just
Cat monk, shut
Sol's
up.
just walking, and then I guess eventually he'll remember. He'll be like, "Shit, oh yeah," and then put it on.
okay.
I'm
But like
listening.
out of sight of everyone else, so he doesn't
Can I
realize.
ask Spiros to fly ahead and scout? Does he
Spiros
have
fly.
a flying?
I don't think he has a flight.
Maybe
He's not
his
a
wings
flying
haven't grown
dragon
out
yet.
yet.
Yeah, he's not a flying dragon yet. as far as I
Yeah, his wings haven't grown out yet. Okay, never
dragon.
know. He's a
mind.
tiny dragon. Can't fly it. You do see the nubs where it would eventually grow into wings, but right now it's just no wings.
Can I go and shove a mask on Cat monk, please?
I said I put it on, bruv.
Just fucking put it on then.
Alright.
So as I'm walking, as Sol is walking, he's also trying to see, like, can he see any signs of like tracks or
Okay.
anything that might indicate there's a camp, maybe like a
Okay.
smoke plume in the distance or whatever.
Okay. So you all basically just follow Soul generally where it's going. All of you put on the mask. You see Soul eventually also about half an hour into the walk, he kind of puts on the mask as well. Soul in particular is trying to look out for any tracks. What about the rest of you?
I would be wanting to look out for not tracks, but I want to kind of just scan around us, towards the horizon, just see, because I assume it's relatively flat. See if there's any.
There are dunes, but
Oh,
yeah.
okay, that's fine. But I'm just wanting to see if anyone's approaching us, or if I see any,
Yeah.
anything like that.
Okay,
I
so
want to keep my eyes peeled for anything.
okay, so Alina and Nad, you make a perception check, and Soul, because you are trying to specifically find some tracks or anything, you make a survival check.
No, I didn't roll well. 9.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't roll well either, actually. 1.
Ooh.
That's not.
Ooh.
And that is
Sorry.
perception. Nope. Roll. It's okay.
Right, Mark.
16.
21.
Okay.
Let's go.
So
Oh, wait.
eventually, as you move, Soul, you get rather distracted by every now and then, being really careful. You get very distracted by the gas spouts that just pop out every now and then. So you actually, without realizing, you don't notice that you already stopped looking for the tracks, and you're no longer that concerned with it. Nad, you are just trying to make sure, regulating your breathing, making sure, okay, am I smelling something weird? Is the mask broken? Am I okay? And so you're a bit distracted. Alina, you just look around, trying to catch sight of anything that you can see. You do see in the distance, just flying overhead, what looks to be potential vultures, the scavenging sort of animals. The vultures are way larger than they normally are, though. They're not regular sized vultures. They're probably giant vultures, and they just fly overhead. They're not circling. They're just flying overhead. Yeah, and you're trying to keep a lookout. You do see dunes, and you start to notice as well that some in between certain rocks, where it looks like the rocks are kind of piled up, and there's like a hole in between them. Sometimes the gas, well, it kind of explodes outwards in a spout of gas. There are certain mounds of rock where the gas remains as a cloud, and it kind of there's like a almost like a gas toxic cloud over it for a moment before it takes a while to dissipate, and you can see some of them are smaller than the rest, but they seem to have almost like gathered in that area. Yep.
Yeah. This place not good.
Are they coming from that area, or are they just gathering in that area?
They just seem to be gathered around like the top of the rocks, but you can tell that judging by the rest that you've seen, some of them do dissipate over time. Some of them might have just been newly formed, and so they have like the gas cloud where it is.
Guess we'll keep heading west until we find a camp. Their camp, the Corroded Lord's camp.
Yeah, and so as you keep moving, on your path, none of you really know whether or not you are actually on the right path, and the visual of this whole plains, everything that you see is just the same. It's just sand and dunes and gas clouds and gas spouts. It's just the same view as you keep moving. Eventually, it almost becomes a blur. It just feels like, are we actually moving or are we not actually moving? And you almost feel as though you might. There's a sense of foreboding and a sense of dread, as though like, are we lost? Are we actually going the right way? I want all of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, here we go, guys.
The DC is lower because you have the gas mask, but make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god, this dice needs to be like burned. Holy shit! What would happen if I wrote this one? Bro, that's way better. This dice is terrible. I got
Alina is
3.
14, okay.
3!
3!
I wrote a 2.
So Nad is 3. Silene?
We got 9 of this
9. Okay, Silene is 9.
9.
Soul?
15.
15. Cat Monk?
6.
Nice.
6. Alina's
We're in
14.
big trouble, boys.
Van?
Nice.
Van is 17.
At
Okay.
least half the party's okay. The other half might be dead.
Guys.
Okay, so Silene, Cat Monk, and Nad.
Yeah.
You do eventually, as you walk, you slowly start to feel as though it starts to feel as though, is it just me or is it getting harder to breathe? And every breath you take, there's a slight burn in your lungs that you feel, but you don't smell anything weird. The 3 of you have 1 point of exhaustion.
Oh.
What's exhaustion?
Oh,
So
if you get
We roll
if
at
you get 6,
disadvantage.
if you get 6 stacks, you die, dude.
Yeah.
So exhaustion has different levels of exhaustion.
Uh-huh.
First level of exhaustion, which is what you get, is disadvantage on ability
You
check.
can see it on D&D.
Just-
You go
just
under
ability
conditions.
Yeah.
Under your hit points conditions, you go exhaustion 1, and then you can
Yes.
read about it down there. So
Exhaustion also leads to death if you stack it up to 6 levels. Not that you ever would, but if you do hit 6 levels, it's instant death. So you have to be careful. Every level of exhaustion is removed by a long rest. So if you have 1 long rest, it removes 1 level of exhaustion. It doesn't remove all your exhaustion. So if for example, if you hit like 3 levels of exhaustion or 4 levels of exhaustion, essentially you need 4 long rests to get rid of all of them. Yeah. So just to take note of that. Yeah. So now you have 1 level of exhaustion.
so how long in
At
game
this
time
point-
is this represented? Are we
Yeah.
getting to sunset now? Or
Yeah, at
how's
this
it working?
point, the sun would actually have set, and it would be about 7 or 8 at night. So might be prudent to try to find a place to camp down for the night. But you do have 1, like for those of you who failed the Constitution check, you have 1 point of exhaustion, and you also start to feel, especially now that the night has fallen and the whole area has turned a lot colder. You also get the idea, okay, we can't really move around in the dark, and you realize you can barely see like that far ahead of you as well.
Are we able to find a clearing that seems to be relatively free of
do
gas
we want that?
clouds?
Right, yeah.
You can see some kind of like rocky outcroppings that stick out from the ground, where it may be safer to kind of camp down, and hopefully if you don't attract too much attention, you will be able to hide from most anyone that might be looking for you. Essentially,
Let's go there, and it's a strict ban on any musical instruments for the next 12 hours, please.
Strict ban.
Aren't you exhausted anyway, Catmark? You're probably just like there.
Yeah. Well, if Catmark tried to play it, he'll be rolling performance at disadvantage, so it'll be really bad.
so
It'll be a real shit performance.
you find like a little rocky outcropping that you can hide behind. There is a rock mound close to this area that you want to set up camp, maybe 25, 30 feet away, where there is that small gas cloud, but it is not near enough to the point that it will really harm you unless you're like right next to it, which you're not. So you kind of set it up. You can still see it, and it does cause a little bit of like it shimmers in the night air, so you can kind of see the cloud, just the vague shape of the cloud, and you slowly start to prepare to set up camp for the first time for this party, I think, in the wilderness. So, first of all, you will need to decide whether or not you are trying to actually set up like a proper camp, or is it just I'm just gonna pull out my bedroll and attempt to sleep. And we also need to decide, like, watch. Is there anybody taking watch? And if there's taking watch, what are the shifts like? Who's taking what shift and stuff like that.
Soul's happy to take first watch.
We're happy to set up. I don't know what that entails, but set up a proper camp rather than just lying shit on the
Just
ground.
lying on the fucking sand.
Yep. Are you going to attempt to disguise and hide the camp then?
Like, are we in a cave? Are we on just
No.
Yeah.
So you are basically out in the open, but the only shelter you really have is like a rocky outcropping that kind of sticks out from the ground, like a huge rock essentially that sticks out from the ground. You're kind of camped behind that rock.
Is it cold?
It's pretty cold, yeah. It's not like it's not the best, but it is what you can probably get out here until you reach a more hilly, rocky area.
Should play the wizard.
Ven goes and gets like a small fire started, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think we need to make it too like.
Soul just breathes on it to light the wood.
Yeah, I asked Soul to come and sneeze on it.
Is there anything we can do to disguise it though? So if it's
I'm just gonna.
You have to tell me what you're gonna try and do.
So I think what we're trying to do is we're behind like a rocky outcrop of sorts, right?
Yeah, kind of.
So would that cover like say 180 or 90? How big
Just
are these?
the front of it, maybe. So if anybody approaches from the north side of the camp, they wouldn't be able to immediately see it, but if they're approaching from the south, they would be able to.
Okay.
Well, I reckon that's good enough. We just have to keep our watch to the south.
Yeah, we'll keep our watch to the south.
Do we want to pair up with the watch again?
Yeah, definitely. I think we should.
Okay. So what will the watch be like? The first watch Soul has offered.
So
I'll do it with Soul.
Okay. So and Lena.
Second watch?
Should we do it in 2 hour stints or 3 hours?
Wait, how is it 4 hours?
But you gotta remember, Ray doesn't need 8 hours.
So Ray should take the last one. Yeah.
Eileen doesn't need. Eileen's only 4 hours.
So Eileen in the
You
last one will
also
be awake.
okay. So before we actually go into who takes what watch, earlier you said you wanted to try and hide the camp a little bit, or not? Not trying to do that.
Yes. I guess we'll scatter some rocks. Maybe get.
Okay, so
maybe some sand.
who's the one that's actually doing it?
Not Soul.
Who has the highest? What would it be?
Survival.
You don't know, but
You can do it.
But
Ven
the
can do
thing
it.
is,
Ven has high
if we're-
survival.
Okay.
But guys, if we think about it, if we're lighting a fire,
Yeah.
what good is
Yeah, what's
disguising
the point
the
of
camp gonna
lighting?
do?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't matter.
so then if you're not doing it, then it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So first
It'll
watch.
be like this massive lighthouse in the middle of the desert, saying we're here,
First watch.
guys.
Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the
First
Rings.
watch Alina and Soul. Second
Yeah,
watch.
wires out there, or like string with cans on it, so you know when people are looking past.
Do you?
I like that.
Van might have a string of.
Van
cans.
Wood has scrap, yeah.
I pull out like a wad of string from one of my pockets and a couple of loose pieces of scrap from the other. I'm like, will this do?
Yeah. I guess.
Make
Okay,
it
I
a
set a
perimeter.
little ring of string and random scrap tied to it around the edge of the camp.
Put it around the edge. Okay.
It's like the shittier version of the alarm spell.
Van,
Yeah.
can you do a stealth check?
Okay.
We should play the wizard, man.
Yeah, nobody played a wizard.
That'd be so good right now.
Yeah, wizard,
Alarm, heart.
17.
17, yeah, okay. So you set it out and you try and disguise it as much as possible with rocks and everything. Okay, so first watch, Alina Soul. Second watch,
Me and Ben?
Yep,
Cat
I'll
Monk
take it
Ben.
with Cat Monk.
Okay, and then last would be Silene
Yep,
Nat.
I'll
Okay,
take the last
so as the
Right.
as the rest of the party kind of beds down for the night and starts to prepare for a long rest to attempt to get rid of their exhaustion, for those of you who do have the exhaustion, Alina and Soul, is there anything that you might want to do during this watch?
I guess Sol always starts by sharpening his weapons, and then he's gonna probably spend some time figuring out this firearm thing. He's gonna try to like practice
Right.
pulling it out, drawing, aiming.
Right.
Just because he's never used it before. He's treating it like a crossbow, but just practicing.
Right. As you do that, you kind of notice that it would require even more precision aiming than you're used to, but you just kind of go, okay, that's a bit odd, but you can try. Alina?
I think Alina would probably look at the. What would she? I think she'd probably keep her eyes peeled for anyone coming in, but I think she'd also probably fruitlessly, but keep looking at the fake version of what we're trying to protect to just see.
Okay.
Trying to figure out what it is, but like I said, probably fairly fruitlessly.
Okay. Alina, make a perception check since you are kind of keeping watch.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Waka.
Welcome to Africa.
9. Oh,
9.
Not great, yeah.
Do I get one as well?
Yeah, you will get one as well. I was gonna ask actually. So.
Perception, right?
Yes.
So with advantage, 16.
Nice.
16.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
I forgot he got advantage on perception. That's awesome. Anyway.
Yeah. So as you kind of just keep a lookout, Alina, you get a little bit distracted just trying to wonder as to what sort of deeper conspiracy that the party might have found itself in as you kind of look at the artifact and not paying as much attention as you probably should to the surroundings near you. But Soul has got that covered and so kind of looks around. You do see that in the night a light mist has kind of rolled around the area and you can kind of see around the camp. But more importantly, off in the distance, kind of far off in the distance, but you do hear what sounds like the howling of a pack of wolves. Yep, and you're just like, okay, they're not near enough that you can.
Can Soul identify which way the wind is blowing? Is it blowing towards the wolves?
Oh, which way the wind is blowing? Yeah, based on their perception, you get the idea that it's blowing in a more northwestern direction, not towards the wolves. The wolves are more on the eastern side, but that's like it's two different events essentially.
Okay.
The wolves howling seem to come from the direction that you came from, essentially, that you walked from.
We have tracks leading all the way there to here.
Yeah, you do have track, but there has been wind that kind of like blows, so you're not entirely sure.
Can I cast detect poison on the mist?
Oh, sure. So you cast the detect poison spell. The mist itself is not poisonous. It's just a kind of mist that has blown over.
Cool.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
Okay. So end of your watch. The next watch is Ven and Cat Monk. So Ven and Cat Monk, is there anything you want to do? Is there anything you want to say?
What's Papa Larkin love?
Oh God, help me.
Yes.
Is I trying to wake
It's gonna
someone
be a
else up?
long few hours.
Oh, night.
Um,
Nothing much, Cat Monk.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
So.
You're gonna ask about Silene. Do it.
I was talking to oh my god, guys, what's your character's name again?
Ned.
I was talking to Ned the other day, which is yesterday.
Uh-huh.
And he's saying you don't like children. Is there a reason you
Wait.
don't like children?
Huh?
Oh,
He said
man.
you were a kid fiddler.
Oh, that was
Kidley.
what?
A kid leaping.
My tongue can't actually keep up with this, man. It's actually just getting twisted. It's like a tongue twister. Anyway.
Oh yeah, it was so great at the start.
I mean, I'm not predisposed to like children, but it doesn't mean I hate them.
Why do you not like children?
I'm okay with kids. I don't not like kids.
Aren't you a child?
I'm like 17
Underage.
in human years.
All right. So what do you think about the party?
I like them. Yeah, I like them. I haven't had friends ever, so this is pretty nice.
As you said it, there's a very small draconic voice on your shoulder that goes, "Even the big dragon?" But he says it in draconic.
We're undecided on him yet.
Yeah.
What about you, Kamang? What do you think?
They're not bad. I think Sol is actually he's not saying it, but he can make me a barbecue, and I know how. But we'll do that
You mean
another
you want
day.
him to sneeze on your meat and barbecue it?
What, my meat?
Yes, like sneeze on like a prime cut of ribeye steak and barbecue it for you.
Look at the size of him. We could cut a chunk out of him, barbecue that, and then
You wanna
it'd be enough to
eat
feed the
that?
rest for us.
You want to eat something?
One day in the wilderness and it's cannibalism for Kamang.
Despite the fact he's got like 10 days worth of rations in his bag.
Yeah. I've already got bored of my rations, my
Even
lord.
if you try to eat soul, you'll die.
Why is that?
I don't think dragon meat is consumable.
What meat, sorry?
Dragon meat.
How can you... Have you tried it?
I think you
No.
die before you found out.
Has Varys tried?
No! No!
He kind of looks at you. The dragon kind of looks at you in a very like his eyes are just fixed on you, bit of like judgmental look. If a lizard could look judgmental, yeah, he looks like that.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's really out of the ordinary for me to be saying this. I think it's a bit of exhaustion.
Wait, why did not think I didn't like children?
I can't remember. It might have been Silene. I could have been speaking Elvish. Who the fuck knows?
I
can't really remember.
I asked Katmang in Elvish, do you understand me?
¿Por qué? I speak common and halfling. Alright, I speak common and halfling.
That's surprisingly one of the languages I don't actually know.
So I start speaking in halfling. I'm like, do you understand this, love?
No.
So you're not very master.
I know 9 languages, but I haven't gotten around to learning halfling yet.
So much for being a library of languages, eh?
Well, I can get around to it if you want me to.
It's just a hobby. Anyways, do you see that mist coming in?
Yeah?
Do you think it's a hazardous?
Do I think it's hazardous? Would I know?
I would assume that because of what well, I don't know. So would you have told them about whether or not it's hazardous, or would you have just like not?
I would
really
have just
given a
grunted at it and just be like, "It's not poison," and then go to bed.
fuck? Okay.
Because that's all
So
I know
you-
about it. I don't know anything
Okay,
beyond it's
okay.
not poison.
Yeah. So you would have said something.
Okay.
Well, Soul said it wasn't poisonous, so I think we're fine.
Did you hear the wolves while we were sleeping? I heard it from
Yeah.
the east side.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we're out in the plains, so it's not that out of the ordinary that we're hearing wolves.
Question: Cat Monk and Ven, what are your passive perceptions?
14.
15.
Oh, Here we go.
15?
Uh-huh.
14.
For both, 14. So as you are chatting, out of the corner of your eye, not really paying attention because you're just looking around the camp, the campfire flickers. And for a moment, the flame turns green. It flickers. And it changes back to normal fire.
Do you think we should put that out?
No! I hope it happens again. That was exciting.
I think this is a safety hazard, Catman.
I don't think it's a hazard at all, love. I think it's entertainment to keep us awake. What do you think it is?
It might be the fact that the gas is reacting with the fire.
No, don't be daft, love.
Okay,
The
then what
gas
do
isn't
you
even
think
here,
it is?
love. What are you talking about?
Then what do you think it is?
I think it's entertainment. How many times do I need to tell you?
At this point, you're almost done with your watch, really. Like, almost. And because you're almost done with your watch, Silene, you actually do automatically come out of the trance. And the first thing you hear as you come out of the trance is Catman going, "It's entertainment!"
But she doesn't understand it because it's
Yeah, I mean,
in common.
it's an exclamation in common. You know that you hear Catman exclaiming in common.
Sounds like so he's excited.
Yeah, it just sounds like he's excited. So you're like, what is going on?
Do I notice that Silene's awake?
Yeah, because Silene doesn't sleep. Silene's in a trance, which is kind of
Right.
like meditation. So it's very
Right.
obvious to see when she comes out from the meditation, and it's quite obvious again that she is now currently not meditating.
I go over to Silene. There's a bit of green on my clothing, and I say, and then point to the green.
The fire's not green now. It's back to normal.
Ah, for fuck's sake, Ben, you just had to go ruin it, man.
I catch up the... We translate for her in Elvish. He's saying
Right.
that the fire turned
Oh,
green
yeah.
for a second.
Oh, I thought he was just rubbing his hands together. Making green.
Yeah, the fire turned green for a second. I don't know why.
Oh, did you have a look at it?
No,
does it look any
I am
different?
assuming that it's because it's reacting with the gases, but I'm not sure.
If it's reacting to the gases, it might be. Has it happened more than once?
No, just the one time.
It's a very
Yeah.
brief flicker.
Can I have a look around the fire?
Make a perception check.
I go wake Nod up.
Okay.
I kick him
Nod.
in the side of the head.
You feel like a little kick to the side of her face.
Donk.
What? What happened? Are we
Why
Why
fighting?
did you tell children?
What? You don't like children.
Fiddly fiddler.
Since when have I told you that?
That's why you don't like the flower, because flowers represent fertility.
No, you idiot.
It's okay, man. Shh.
You're like still half
It's
asleep
okay.
at this point.
Yeah, but not still half asleep.
I understand. Sometimes, we have things we don't like that we can't say out loud. But it's okay, I understand.
So at this point, majority of the fucking party is
Nat
awake.
gets
The other
up,
two are trying to
gets up and
sleep.
takes the finger, puts the finger. Silene, what's your perception check?
17.
17.
Oh.
So as you walk up to the campfire and just kind of glance at it for a moment, you kind of look out at the north west direction where you know that cloud of gas is, and you can see now that cloud of gas has gotten slightly smaller than it used to be, and because you're actively trying to figure out the source of the flickering flames, you do see that the wind direction has actually changed a little bit, and there are like wisps of the gas that have kind of trailed over the camp and possibly across the fire. And so that might have, like, Van might have been right in that regard. And just as you're about to walk to tell Van, you see the fire flicker again and turn green, and just changes back.
So is it like more denser areas where this gas is?
It seems like the gas has, not enough to the point that it seems to be poisoning the party, because otherwise you will be able to smell it in the air. But you can definitely see that it does look like it's been trailing across the where the camp is, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Good to know.
I think
Okay.
what you're doing. Why are you looking at this?
Huh? I'm looking at the fire.
What's wrong with it?
They
Catman
Wait,
is
what?
fast asleep.
What do you mean it's turning colors?
Yeah, like it changes colors to green.
It turned green for a second earlier. When
Should we put
I
it
look
out?
over and Catmonk is like asleep. Ah, shit. When Catmonk and I were taking watch, it turned green.
Should we put it out? In case it kills us?
We
Blows everything
could.
up?
I wanted to put it out, but Catmonk said that it was entertainment and told me not to.
Well, Catman thinks that his pamphlet's entertainment, and that's, that's not really. But,
Yeah, and
let's not tell him I said that.
So, haha.
I never said you didn't like children. I thought you didn't like children based on my ex.
Catmonk that I didn't like children, then he came and asked me.
Well, look, he's not, he would probably have asked you anyway, even if I said it offhandedly. But I thought you didn't because you don't like flowers, or you didn't like that flower, which I assume was like a symbol of fertility. Apparently, it's not.
You do realize this is the symbol of the goddess of tyranny, right?
Well, a goddess, still could have children. Therefore, I'm not far off it. I am not far
I'm
off.
going to bed.
Good night. Silene, do you want to put this fire out, you think? Do you think we should?
be getting on to the morning. Is the sun?
At this point of time, it would be close. There is some light that's starting to show from the horizon, so you get the feeling that you can afford to put out a fire. You can probably still see.
I'll fix sand over it.
Like,
I'll
it
put it
shouldn't
out.
be burning too hard now.
No, it's not.
Towards the
Yeah,
end, it's embers
yeah,
by now.
definitely not.
Oh
It's
wait,
just very, very
it's
small.
very small.
It's very
just-
small fires now. Yeah, because
I'm just gonna
it's
watch
been
it.
like 6 hours.
I'm gonna watch it. I want to see what happens.
Okay.
Not like close though. But, I'm gonna be like,
Silene and Nad, perception checks.
which one do I roll, man? I'll give you one more chance. Come on! Ooh, 18.
That chance worked.
Nice.
Silene,
24.
24.
Holy
Okay.
fuck.
So as all of you kind of look, as both of you kind of look at the fire, Nad is a bit more interested in the crackling of the flame.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, during the time that you watch it, you keep imagining to yourself that it turns green, but it doesn't actually. You just keep thinking that it does, but it doesn't. Silene, however, as you just look around, at this point the morning is really starting to come in, and you can see the lights, the first rays of the sunlight. But it's a very it's not as bright as you think it would. It's just a slightly more dull ray of sunlight, but there is still light, and you can start to see better around you. You also see that the mist that has rolled in the night before has kind of more or less cleared, or is starting to clear as the morning arrives. More importantly, however, you start to hear coming from like the northwest side of camp, grunts, guttural voices, grunts, and also what sounds like as though it's not so much a vehicle, but it's more of like, it feels as though someone is sliding through the sand, and it's multiple someones.
The sandbenders.
Is there any points of elevation like the rock and stuff? Like
You can try and climb up to the rock a little bit and like peek up.
and have a look.
The party's not awake, right?
Only you and Silene for now.
Yeah, I'll have a look. I should climb up on the rock.
Okay. Are you going to try and keep yourself hidden, or are you just attempting to?
Well, if I don't know what this is from, I'll be like kind of half hidden, like as quiet as possible. Not like full stealth mode, but like quiet.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll join Silene.
Okay, so not really hiding. So both of you just kind of climb up to the
Well,
rock.
kind of like keeping low, stealthing it.
Yeah. Make a perception check, both of you.
All right, don't let me down again. Oof. 8.
8. So as you kind of climb up and you look Nat for a moment, your paw kind of slips on the rock, and you're like, "Oop!" And you don't really manage to get up. But Silene, you managed to climb up. 14, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and as you kind of climb up and just peep up, not trying to let yourself be seen, you just kind of peep. You do see, coming in from a distance, at this moment maybe about 100 feet out, but slowly approaching, not noticing your camp because the embers have kind of died and there's no more smoke. Early in the morning, essentially, what looks to be 7 figures that are on some sort of almost like a surfboard, kind of like trailing across the sands, and they do look like they are armed with very, very piecemeal leather armor, just like made of metal scraps, leather straps, whatever they can find, and just and their weapons as well. Their blades, their short swords or whatever it is that they seem to be using. They have it slung across their back, and even that seems to just be basically pieces of metal that they've kind of sawed off themselves or like sharpened themselves into very, very makeshift looking weapons. And they are heading in your direction, or not directly towards the camp, but they are kind of surfing in your general direction.
Okay. But how far away are they? If they're like maybe
At this
a
point,
minute?
they are maybe 80 feet, 70 feet
fuck.
away, essentially.
I'm gonna drop back down and wake up the party.
Okay.
I'll keep watch. If
Okay.
they get if
I'll
they
wake.
get like
At this
close,
point, you see, yeah. So as you keep watch and Nut kind of shakes everybody
Yeah,
awake,
sure.
you see, Eileen, you see from your perch that they have stopped about 50 to 60 feet away from the camp, and they have gotten off their kind of like surfboard like equipment, and they are moving around the general area, and it seems like they are searching for. They go up to each of the rocks, and it looks like the same kind of rock formations that have the gas, and you can see some of them are starting to take out what looks to be almost like bottles to like fill the bottle with the gas of some sort. It does look like they are collecting resources almost as they kind of look around, and one of them you can see very clearly seems to be a leader, and now at this distance you can clearly make out they are either orcish or half orcish or like a mix of both. You can kind of tell. You can also clearly see that their body they are not regular orcs in the sense that you can see super huge growths along the side of one of their eyes. Their hands have like weird burn scars. Their entire body, the parts of their body that are exposed, you can actually see that they look like they have open gaping wounds, but these wounds are not bleeding, as though like they've been stabbed by a sword and the stab wound is still there, but the wounds themselves, while they look like it's an open gaping wound, is not actually bleeding. And most of them, if not all of them, have like these weird wounds all over their body, and you can kind of see that they're moving around, kind of just figuring out. They don't seem to have even noticed that you are there yet.
Oh,
okay.
fuck. Oh shit.
I'll just stealth
party
up
is down
there
here.
and just keep an eye on them and
You can
ensure
see where you are in the
outside,
party and
yeah.
your distance from you to them.
Oh, my
They
screen's
look
black.
Fucking
don't know.
sick.
Yes. You can also clearly tell that one of them does look to be like the more kind of like ordering them around. Yeah, they're kind of like ordering them around, so you can kind of tell. And he in particular is this huge, slightly larger. Wait, Silene, black screen? Hang on. Maybe it's because. Oh wait, I think I know. Can you see now?
Yeah, I can see now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I forgot to give the token control. Yeah, but yes, so one of them, this guy is the one that looks like he's not the largest, but he definitely seems like the one giving the orders, and you can see along his belt are two very, very improvised like hand axes, but made from like very jagged metal bits. But more importantly, you do see that along his chest, he does have three rounded objects across his, like almost like a bandolier across, and you get the idea that this kind of they almost look like the explosive cores that you've seen in the constructs, kind of just strapped across his chest, and he's just kind of giving orders. You can also see that they've kind of abandoned at least temporarily, they've abandoned like their sandboards, which you can see now are actually just very, very flattened pieces of metal that they've kind of hammered into their own shape. So it will work if you have like the dunes and you're kind of like surfing the dunes, but this is like their primitive form of transport. You get the idea? Yep. One thing you also notice is that each one of them, especially now Silene, as they move around and they get closer and you try to like keep low to not see, they do have very, very crooked, jagged, almost like Joker-like smiles on their face. Yeah.
Have they noticed us?
They're looking like
Doesn't seem to be.
they're walking around like they're not like zombies, right?
No, they're not zombies. They're actively doing something, and they have the leader that's been like shouting to them in Orcish, broken Common and Orcish to tell them to do stuff.
Like we don't know the language. I'll wait for Vin to come around to see if they know.
Van, do you know Orcish?
No, I do not know Orcish.
Oh.
Apologies.
You know Common, and the broken Common they
I
can
know
catch is
common. I know common, sylvan, celestial, undercommon, elvish, draconic, dwarvish, gnomish, and giant.
yeah. So the broken Common that you can hear is basically this leader of the group just collect, take, bring back, stuff like that. Yeah.
Can I?
What do you guys want to do?
Can I
Stay hidden.
see them for where I'm standing? Can I roll? I guess either perception. I guess to just see. Do these
Okay.
guys look like they're trained at all, or do they just look like a rabble?
At this point, because Nat has woken you up and they are kind of near enough that you can just barely, you don't have like a perch like Silene, but you can just barely see like their shapes. So yeah, make a perception check.
19.
19. Yes, you can clearly see. These are, they might not be military levels.
Not military. I mean, like, do they obviously look like they're all from one tribe, or do they look
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
bunch of people that have just kind of banded together,
No,
similar to what we have?
They definitely look like they are from a group because a lot of, while they are wearing the scrap pieces of metal or they're wearing the scrap armor, they kind of look similar as though they are made from the same person. So you kind of get the idea, especially their weapons as well. So you kind of get the idea that okay, these people, they look like they're from the same group almost, and they look like they know what they're doing. And because what you don't quite understand what they're doing, and they already have like transport across the plains, you also kind of get the idea that they almost live here. Like this is their life. They kind of know what they're doing. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just tell the group like, heads up, guys. Looks like the locals have arrived.
Yep.
Also,
essentially.
it's daytime now, right? So
It is
Soul
not.
won't have problems with dark.
It's not completely. It's not completely bright, but it is bright enough that Soul can fight without being hindered. Yes.
Okay.
I think they're not posing a threat to us right now. Let's just try and stay hidden.
Let's
What
get
if-
those sand. I want those sandboards. It might save us a lot of time.
I don't think we can slide across it. They're probably using something to propel them. But regardless, should we not talk to them? They might be lead us to the corroded Lord Cam.
Not
think that's
to
people
judge a
who-
British fight.
So I think
fight
what we
cover,
should do
but-
is we should have half of us hide, and the other half as like an ambush, and then the other half go out to talk to them.
I was actually gonna say either Naz or I because we have
Yeah.
feline agility, so we can dash back and forth if we need to.
Yeah. So Soul's happy to just start walking out and saying,
Okay.
just walk out and start. They're not saying anything, just walking.
Do you want me to use like a? Oh, maybe not.
Who is the
Oh,
one
I was
that's
gonna
actually
say I
walking
could use
out
like
now?
a message cantrip or a true strike or something, and just see either what like defenses.
You
they
could
have
use
or...
message. They're within
Yeah.
150. You could message the leader.
What would we want to say anything, or do you want to just go out and say it? Would we want to say like?
Nah,
They
just be like, who are you? You know.
They won't know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will know where it's coming from.
Okay, can I use that cantrip, or do I need to use that only in combat?
No. It's not only in combat. You can use a cantrip.
You can use a cantrip
anything
right now.
whenever you want. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Can
you're
I?
gonna can you use message? Yep.
Yeah, can I use message and just say, who are you? What do we want? What do you want? We come in peace.
But you are hidden as you say this.
Yeah.
Okay. So you pop out from the rocky outcropping just enough to see the leader kind of character, and you cast message. And you can feel the telepathic message travel, and for a moment you see and Silene, you can see this because you're still in your perch. The leader kind of jerks, straightens up, barks something in Orcish, and you see all of them immediately stop whatever they're doing and turn in, like just start looking around roughly where they guess the sound is coming from. And then in kind of broken common, you see the leader kind of shout out, "Where? Show!" Just out loud. And as he says this, the rest of the orcs slash half orcs, they move close to the leader, like kind of surrounding him a little bit, and they start pulling out from their belts. As they pull out this thing, you start to see it is a very, very primitive version of the same thing that Soul got from Erlatan. It's very, very primitive. It's like it's a lot shorter, and they start to like just point it in any direction they can because they don't quite know where it's coming from.
Can I send another one and just be like, for God's sake, stop waving that weapon around. Just put it down. We don't want to hurt you. Let's discuss this.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Probably doesn't know it's speaking.
Yeah. Okay.
Should have played off as like, I'm a djinn of the wind.
Technically, you can if you wanted to.
My
Nah, too late now.
Okay.
You guys want to chill there or like 2D spots here?
Okay, so yeah, with disadvantage, they got to roll again. Take the lower one.
I don't think it's going to be much worse than that though.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
No, really good. Okay, so as you shout, as you kind of reply this, you see the leader just kind of looks around, still very unsure, but he's looking a lot more concerned now, and he shouts now in common. He goes, "Go, search!" And they all start to like fan out in like different directions.
Well, I've made the situation worse.
Uh-oh.
So if they're gonna spread out, we should probably spread out too. We could probably one on one. We could probably take them all out. As if they all gang together and volley fire at us, could be a problem.
Yeah, I agree.
It's only the leader that has the 3 like thingies on him, right?
3 like ball like.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess up 'em and at 'em, boys.
Fighting.
And
we're just spreading
out
out
in the wrong
for now.
direction.
They are kind of trying to look for it, and because 3 of them are approaching your camp right now, I will have to make perception checks for the 3 of them.
Do I have to make a stealth?
Can I?
I'm gonna use your old stealth from before, which is 14, I believe. Yes.
That was
Do we stealth then?
Oh,
Next or no?
yeah, okay, then yeah. Silene, you make a stealth check. The rest of you are fine. Just Silene.
Oh, okay.
Same thing.
So 14.
No, it'll be 15.
15. Okay.
I wanna set like a 30 feet radius if they come too close.
Right. Right. I would also say, just in case, because Ven set up that thing that she did the previous night before, I'm just gonna draw like a line to represent where she would have put it.
What you
So
put
if
again,
they-
Ben? I can't remember.
It was
It's like
the
those,
can.
the cans so
So
that
if-
they'll rattle.
Yeah,
It's the,
so
the
that-
ring of
it's-
cans.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's basically where the ring of
Walking
cans
Dead.
would be. Yep. Just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So
as
we
they
wanna talk.
No, so as they continue to move, you see whoops. You see as they move, one of them suddenly shouts, and you can see as he looks, he sees you kind of popped up from the top of the rocky outcrop. He sees you, immediately looks to the back to where his leader is, shouts something in Orcish, and just fires the gun without looking.
Oh god.
What? At
Yeah.
thing?
At
And
Silene.
Silene, yeah.
Can I fire an arrow at him?
Hang on.
Also,
You didn't prepare the arrow before
Yeah.
that, but I would
Yeah,
say
that's
it's disadvantage because he didn't see you. He didn't look at it as he fires. That would be a 10.
Yes, oh, they all missed. But I
Yeah.
have the cover, right?
So
At
just
this- at this-
Yep.
at this- yeah.
Off near the rock, and as soon as you say that, you see the leader run forward, and he goes there, and the rest of them move towards you. They seem to be moving in an aggressive manner.
do we still have exhaustion after the long rest?
No.
It's long rest,
No.
right? We're
It's
good,
gone.
right?
It's gone.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, I guess Soul's gonna try this pistol out. So he's just
Okay.
going to walk out because they kind of know where we are now.
Right.
Make him. So he's gonna walk here, kind of radius pistol, and just take a one shot at that one in front of him. So that's
Fire.
what.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
that
it's a D20 plus your dexterity modifier.
That is 15, 16.
16 hits. Roll for damage. 1d10.
1d10.
Here you go.
Am I able to shoot my bow at one of them as well?
It does. What's a 0? Oh, 10.
10. 0.
A 0. No.
You do 0 damage. Okay, okay, so I will allow, because they're all moving, and you see them moving now, and you see Soul has also come out and fired the gun. A lot of things happen in unison. So I know that Nat wants to fire a bow, so Nat can fire a bow. Van can fire a shot as well.
Hey,
But the other two
instead of that, right, can I grab Silene and pull her back down the rock?
I don't want
Oh,
to
yeah.
the rock though.
But Silene doesn't want to go down the rock.
Okay, then I'll just shoot.
Yeah, okay. So you...
Am I hidden, Max? Like, do I have... What I'm asking is, do I have advantage?
You have... yeah, no, they would have spotted you, so you would have advantage. They also would have spotted you, Van, so you would have advantage, but the both of you will be firing a shot. The two of them would also be firing a shot, but they're only firing at the one that they currently see, which is Silene.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the same guy that Soul was.
Which is
That's a natural 20.
Okay, fire off the shot. Van,
Okay, so what is that?
23 to hit.
23 to hit, that hits, roll for damage.
So, wait. So there was an advantage, so I do get sneak attack, and then I double the dice.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's a 66. Fuck, this dice.
66. Ben, are you shooting at the same one?
Yeah.
Okay, 8 damage.
I'm shooting at whichever one tried to shoot.
Yeah, which is the one right there.
Yeah, so that's 8 damage from me.
And the very, very high damage rogue.
1 sec.
One shot the dude.
6d6 plus dexterity modifier.
Dice.
24.
Every dice he has.
24.
24.
Okay. So you see as he fires the shot without looking, just trying to warn everybody, and Soul just steps out, fires the flintlock, and the 2 arrows fly towards him at once.
Holy
he
shit.
He just looks back, and as he turns back to you, he just collapses onto the ground.
Like that classic movie scene where he's like...
Yeah, he's just completely gone. But before that even happens, his other 2 friends kind of also look at Silene and attempt to fire. But they are actually looking, so they don't roll with disadvantage.
Wait, that guy actually died?
Yeah,
he's dead. Bro, a lot of damage hit him in like a second.
14 for both shots. 14.
I would assume at this elevation, and from the first one, I would have ducked a bit as well. Wouldn't I have more cover?
Yeah, you would have a plus 2 AC, half cover.
They'll both miss it.
So they both missed, yeah. So as they fire the shots at you, you see the shots ricochet very, very close to you at the front of the rock, and you're like, whoo! But you can see like the smoking, little bit of smoking marks, like scorch marks that they hit the rock, and you just kind of go even lower, like, ooh, spicy.
It's like flat against the ground.
Yeah. And before anyone can do anything, you see the leader runs forward now, and pulls off one of the rounded
shit
things that he has on the belt, and he flings it towards all of you. He flings it, and you see it just ting and ting 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 starts rolling, lands around like here, close to where all of you are, and explodes. I need all of you, basically all of you, essentially, to make first of all a dexterity saving throw.
Oh mama.
Even up here?
Not good.
Even me, Max?
All of you, everyone.
But I'm like elevated above it, right? Like,
yeah, actually, yeah, Silene, you're fine. Only Silene is fine.
16.
9.
22.
Okay,
nice.
Who rolled lower than a 13?
Me.
Okay, so do both of you take 4 points of piercing damage as the grenade essentially explodes. But as it explodes, you're like, oh, not much shrapnel. But the next thing you see as you turn towards it, where the shell of it is, a very, very heavy cloud starts to form. A purplish cloud that starts to form, and it's like a choking, stinking cloud, and it just fills the entire area. And you start to just like cough. And I am going to add it to the here, and you can see like this purplish toe. Yeah, it's like this whole.
That's
Yeah.
Time to move, boys.
Yeah. So all of you are essentially in a cloud.
Yeah. Are we initiative, or can we still have like?
We are initiative, but honestly, we don't have much time for the combat, so it's okay. Roll for initiative first, because you are in combat. All of you have taken hostile action.
Okay.
Everybody roll for initiative, and I will add the initiative tracker.
Bro, what is my rolls today? Like,
Is it the
my
same
roll?
dice?
No, I swapped dice. It's like really shit.
Hey, 20!
Yeah, that's what I
Nice.
thought. Me too.
I think you can add your own turn, so you can just do that.
You got
Right,
24.
right-click a token and choose add a turn.
You can just right click and add turn, and you should be able
Wait,
to
yeah,
add it.
23, sorry.
Where do I?
Click the token and click add turn.
I don't see have an add turn option.
Yeah, I don't see an add
Oh,
turn.
if you don't, okay, then I'll add it for you. It's fine.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys could do that, to be honest. So
I think I rolled wrong. I rolled wrong.
you rolled wrong.
I
Just
rolled
roll.
wrong.
Just roll it again.
What is my dice today, man?
Viros doesn't have a turn, right? Viros goes with you. Right?
Yours just automatically goes after me.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, 19.
Finally,
Although
Yeah,
actually, technically,
You should be able to
Making
change
my
your
turn.
actual number there.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I +3 when I was meant to +1, so I could just -2, which is
Not all of them
horrific.
roll.
I'd rather
Oh,
roll
yeah.
a 19.
Oh. Whoops. You should be able to change your one. I will.
Yep,
I will
I
do it in
changed
order
mine.
later. Yeah, I'll do it in order later.
I can't add to mine, but mine is. Oh no, I can actually. Never mind, I lied.
They all roll fucking high. Jesus.
Yeah,
Headmark, what's yours?
wow.
This might be pretty bad.
Maybe they're just glass cannons.
I mean, how much symmetry do we did? 30. Oh, Methanol is 30 something damage.
Headmark, what was yours?
The problem
23?
is that Nard scrambles it because he did 24, so you have no idea whether we needed one more
Yeah.
or 24 more
the
damage.
crit.
Alina is 19. Ben is
16.
16. Okay. So if we go, okay, and your initiative is not that bad. So
Oh,
if you go, the first one will be Cyrene. Yeah.
I
Not-
don't
okay.
think my initiative's that good. I don't want to.
Okay,
I rolled
so-
first.
Before we do anything, and because we don't really have much time for combat, so I might push it to the next session. But because
Nah,
you
push
see
it
the
for now.
shell, the shell of the grenade, explodes, and the cloud kind of emanates from it and fills the entire place. I need everybody, and this time including Silene, because it's gas, to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I don't even know
Oh,
what
God.
dice to roll anymore,
Right,
man.
Get the number right.
Might just die before I get it. My dice rolls have been fucking atrocious. Oh, 18.
18. Okay.
14.
14.
plus 16.
Okay.
3.
3. Okay. Silene.
6.
6. Soul.
15.
15. So only Alina and Silene, because nobody else wrote lower than 13, right? Except the
No.
two of you.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're both our
Yeah.
casters.
So as all of you kind of see the gas, and you immediately try to like make sure the mask is tighter, just try to make sure that you're fine. Unfortunately, Alina and Silene, you have to spend your first action retching and reeling and just not doing anything for your first
Oh
action.
man, that's bad.
You're
Yep.
joking.
That's
Mm-hmm.
that's ouch,
Mhm.
man.
And you have to do that every turn that you are still in the cloud.
Oh, it's got a save,
Yeah.
right?
So that means at the end of your turn, you have to do it again. If you fail, you spend your next turn action as well. You can still move. You
But
can
once
still
you're
move.
stuck in there, you're stuck big time.
Yeah.
You keep rolling badly.
You can still move, but your action will be spent just retching and reeling. You can still move though.
Oh, right. Your action,
Yeah.
not your movement. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so they can move out. Like,
And
even
it
though
is-
their first
it
turn
is-
is gone, they can move out.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it is heavily obscured, so take note of it. So it's a bit harder to see as well. So if you're trying to shoot a ranged thing out of the cloud while you are in the cloud, I would say that the people you're trying to shoot at will have cover because it's heavily obscured. You can't really see. It's essentially a whole cloud that's just blocking your vision.
Fair.
Okay, we will go to combat just a few rounds. So
Yeah.
top of the round we have Silene, who will have to spend your entire action running and coughing, but you can still move. So you just breathe in one whiff of this gas cloud.
Can I slide? Is this side a? Can you go down this side, or you have to go down this side?
Now you can slide down
Yeah,
that side.
platform. Slide down
You
this
can slide
one.
down. Yeah.
Can I slide down around here?
Make a quick acrobatics or athletics, you choose.
It's high, 17 on the dice.
Okay, yeah. So you easily just jump off and you're here.
Yeah.
Out of the cloud. But your action you still have to
Like
spend it
something,
retching and reeling.
I'll take like I don't want to be in a line of sight. Like I want to be like this is a rock, right? I want to be at least behind the rock, so you don't.
This is a rock that you can hide under. Hide behind, actually. So it'll be like this one. Here. This one, yeah, you can technically kind of hide behind this rocky outcropping.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna stay there?
Yeah.
Okay, Catmark. You are in the cloud.
So I have to roll, right?
No, you rolled earlier.
You already rolled, yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
rolled earlier. Yeah.
Can I, since I'm already in the cloud, can I run through it?
Yes, you can. Just
Okay.
don't stay in it.
Okay. What did we decide? Are we gonna split up and go one by one, or are we gonna sort of group up and go together?
Up to you, bro. We don't talk tactics. We just fight shit.
Very
Good
true,
chat,
very
Ned.
true.
Good chat.
No thought head empty. Let's go.
Come on, cat.
This isn't that hard of a fight, so maybe
Remember,
we'll be
you
able
have
to
a-
finish it.
You have a far range of.
Did you just want to go in the middle and just like fucking?
Bro,
Do it.
I'll back
Do it.
you.
You know Soul's out, ready to run.
I was ready,
Yeah.
man.
Itching for a fight.
Oh, it's so close. I think I'm 5 feet short.
You can use
You have
your
feline
bonus
agility.
action.
You have 60.
Yeah.
Okay,
feline
you can
agility.
feline agility, or you can bonus action, key point, step of the wind, and dash.
Oh, and then like get fucking okay.
Yeah. If you don't know how to play a monk, ask Rolly.
Monk.
You want monk tutorial?
Yeah. Is it more worth it to Step of the Wind or to Astral Arms?
Don't step of the wind now.
Yeah, don't step on the wind.
Just
Wait,
use your
then
feline agility.
how
to
much
get
Feline
around.
do you
agility,
have?
astral
Get in
arms.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, you feel agility, you extra arms. Probably like here, maybe
Can I get
Like-
this gas
like
here?
here.
No,
Or
but if
here.
he can reach here.
So maybe
Yeah.
I can put all of them.
Yeah, then you extra arms, you clip all of them, and then after that you you can either extra arms or you can patient defense if you're scared.
Yeah, I wonder if patient defense might be the one.
He
Yeah, I would.
Because
do that.
after this, right, 3 people are going, so I recommend you patient
literally.
defense rather than
Oh,
you extra
action
arms.
defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I main action Astral Arms, Max?
No, it's a bonus action to activate
Okay.
the astral arms.
Alright, so
Yeah.
I take 50 feet then and I move here.
You dash in, you main action attack, then after that you
Yeah.
bonus action.
Bonus action patient defense. Yeah.
Bonus
Yeah.
action to magic event, yep.
Fantastic.
Then
so I
next round you do your extra
So you
arms.
run
Yeah.
run forward now,
yeah.
and you see as you run forward, all of them see you charging, and the leader here, as you are running towards him, he kind of throws up his hand axes, catches them in midair, waiting for you to approach him.
I fucking like run out of the gas, the purple gas, like whoosh, and you see this
Yeah.
fat fucking monkey like.
yeah, essentially.
No, I basically like fucking slide and try to bop this guy like while he's still a bit surprised.
Yes. So make one attack, because your second attack is a bonus action which you don't want to
Yeah.
use. So it's just one attack.
So I've got 17 plus 6, 23.
That definitely hits. Roll for damage.
Yeah, baby, let's go.
1d4, 1d6, 1d4 plus 3.
Okay.
3 plus 3, 6 damage.
Does
6
your stunning
damage.
strike
Nice.
it? No.
Nope, that's level 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
Melee
6
mate.
damage, and then I patient defense.
And you
And then I
patient
just spit down and I fucking start meditating my shit.
Let's
Okay.
go. Let's fucking go.
Okay, Catmark. And on Catmark's turn, now we have one of the Smilers. He moves forward. He moves forward, and you see there is this. It's a bit of a funny look because they have like the Joker smile, but as well, he looks at you and he's kind of confused as to why this cat just plonked himself on the floor and is meditating. And he's gonna try and pull out a dagger, a very improvised looking dagger. It's basically just almost like a sharp piece of scrap metal. And he's just gonna try and shank you with it. Attempt to, at least, with disadvantage.
Come on.
Both of them are the same rolls. Non-natural 20.
No. Whoa.
5 points of damage.
Oh my
15,
god.
15. It was disadvantage, but it was 15, 15.
of course.
That's
Yeah.
right. Patient, we're patient, and we're
That's
defending.
alright. That's alright. You're still patient and
Yeah,
defending.
you're still patient. And
Okay.
as he does that, he is going to kind of shank you once, bend outwards, look into the smoke, and fire off the pistol into Soul.
What?
That's sick.
That would be. Oh,
This guy's a fucking ninja.
9.
No.
Yeah.
Bounces
So
off
it-
his armor.
Yeah, it hits and it ricochets. You feel the force, the impact of it, but it doesn't do anything. It just ricochets off your armor. You just. Okay, so end of his turn. The leader now, seeing you there and wondering why you're sitting down but not caring, pulls out the 2 hand axes and just goes to town with 2 attacks against you, but both of them with disadvantage. So the first one is a 7.
Nice. Miss.
Okay, we like those.
Yes, and the second one is it 7? Oh no, it's 8, but it still misses. And the next
Patient defense paying off, bro.
next one is a 10, which also misses.
Also big miss.
Dodge.
Yeah. So as he's juking, and you see he for some reason as he swings his hand axe at you, how are you gonna dodge it while you're sitting down meditating?
I like.
Both attacks actually.
I'm like still humming, and then like as he swings, I'm like fake leader, and he's like, oh, and it, like gets in his head a bit, and he's like, shoo, and he like misses, and then the second one he tries to come down, then I do it again. I'm like fake leader, and he's like, and he's like, shit,
Yeah. And for a moment he
fake
stands there,
leader.
and you say in common. He says in common. He goes what? And he's just really confused as to how you dodge. He doesn't understand what's going on. Okay. End of his turn. The next one moves up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Advantage on the disadvantage.
Yeah. And now he's gonna. You see, he takes out the pistol now and fires towards Catmonk, and he doesn't see Nad. He doesn't actually see anyone in there. So he's going to fire both into Catmonk.
Ooh, let's
Still
go.
disadvantage though. Still disadvantage.
Oh.
So that is 15
Oh.
Dodge
Say-
tanking, dodge tanking, boys.
and 10.
Say, oh.
Yes, Catmonk. This is literally what I've been waiting for this whole time as a monk.
So can you describe yourself as the 2 shots actually fire towards you and you dodge the bullets?
He takes his first shot naturally because like clearly they're quite proficient in their fucking
Yeah,
shots. So he
Yeah.
takes the first shot like except I'm standing, and he's like, what the fuck? This guy's sitting, and then he takes the second shot sitting, and it just goes. It just misses me.
Okay, I need to highlight something to you specifically. Range attacks that miss you, you can catch them as a deflect
Yes.
missile
Oh,
and throw them back.
Missile.
Yeah.
You can throw it back.
So because you have 2 shots that miss, you can use your deflect missiles if you want to.
This guy's sitting on the ground catching
Yeah, he's sitting on the ground
No,
catching missiles.
I'm literally not even astral arms, and I'm astral arms again.
No, you don't have astral arms.
Fuck it, bro. Never astral arms again, man. No need for that
So
shit.
1d10 plus dex plus my level.
So yes, deflect missiles means that you roll 1d10 plus dexterity plus monk. So that's plus 7 essentially. 1d10
Oh,
plus
I
7.
had rolled off the fucking. You know, there it is.
Okay. Have you rolled?
6
Okay.
plus.
I
Sorry,
6
say
plus
again?
7 essentially 13.
6
Okay.
plus 8 plus 4. What level are we? Level 4 yet? No, we're level 3.
No, level 3. So dex modifier. It's
6
3.
plus-
It's 4.
Oh, sorry, yeah. 6 plus 4 plus 3.
4 plus 3, so 7. Yeah,
13.
so 13. Yeah. So I just read deflect missiles, and apparently you can only catch it if you get hit by it. But because this is cool as shit, I'm gonna allow it. So as the second shot misses you, while your eyes are closed, while you're still meditating, you just raise one paw, and the bullet just
Fuck this guy Neoing this shit, man.
and you just catch it in your paw. With your eyes closed, you just catch it in your paw, and you can throw it back if you want.
Yeah, I want to throw it back.
You have to spend 1 key point and throw it back. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, throw that
Even
shit
fucking
back.
ass, like, what do I roll for that? Is it 1d4?
Okay, so it's a D20 plus dexterity modifier plus proficiency as you throw it back.
What? Okay. D20?
Yeah.
What?
It's a range attack essentially. So D20 plus dexterity modifier plus proficiency,
Oh, just your.
which should be plus 6. Yeah, so 19 plus 6. So that's
19 plus-
25. That definitely hits. Roll so the damage of it would have been 1d10. So roll 1d10
Oh, that fucking fell off.
and throw it back at the guy.
A 9? Get fucking wrecked, idiot.
So you, as he sees in wide-eyed disbelief that the monk just catches it with his eyes closed, throw it back. He doesn't even try to dodge. He just hits him straight in the chest. He just too shocked to really respond.
Imagine shooting a gun and not doing any damage, and the guy throws it at you and does more damage.
Bullet back at you.
Imagine, he just sees this fucking
Monk shit,
ghost
bro.
arm just throwing a bullet back.
Monk's
That's fucking dumb.
insane. Awesome,
Okay.
awesome.
Nice.
End of his turn. Alina. You have
Come
to
on,
spend your
Alina.
action retching, but you can move up.
Yeah, I can move. I'm gonna move out.
I'll fucking solo
of the
this
thing
story.
and just
Okay.
go.
And you just stand out and just
Yeah.
just retching. Okay. End of Alina's turn, Soul.
Okay, so Soul's gonna run out. Some.
Here he comes. Here's the big boy.
The big man.
He's gonna yell something like, well, I guess he's trying not to breathe for the smoke, so he's not gonna yell anything.
Yeah.
And he's just gonna make a beeline straight for that first guy there.
Right.
And as he gets up close, he kind of marks him. So I'm using my
Vow of
Vow.
Enmity.
Vow of Enmity as my bonus action.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to try to basically cut his head off his shoulders.
Nice. Swing your sword.
Cool. So with Vow of Enmity, that gives me advantage. So that is. Oh, okay. That is a 19.
19 hits.
Ooh.
Roll for damage. That's the first attack.
Yep.
You only have one attack, so yeah.
I only have one attack.
For now.
Yep. So 12 damage.
12 damage. Nice. Okay. Can you describe yourself as you go up, cast Vow of Enmity? Like, how are you gonna cast Vow of Enmity and then swing the sword?
So basically, he still runs out. Once he gets clear of the cloud, he starts glowing a little bit, and then the runes on his hand, his left hand, starts to glow a little bit, and you can start to see this light kind of go from Soul's left hand and start to mark different weak points within that orc. So you can see there's one on his neck, one on his where the chinks in his armor might be, and there just seems to be this light emanating from one to another. So as Soul's he's walking, jogging, sprinting, and this light is actually starting to blind. So as he raises this sword, this whole light thing starts to get really illuminated. So the orc turns a little bit, closes his eyes a little bit, and Soul just tries to swing, but unfortunately it catches him on the neck guard, but still does him a really hard blow and just knocks him right down to the ground. And Soul just stands over him, waiting for him to get back up again.
Okay. Yeah. And as you can see, as he hits the ground, he kind of gets back up, but he just laughs almost like the Joker. And he's like, nice hit! In common, he just slowly climbs up his two hand axes.
What a freak.
Okay. So, end of Soul's turn, Ven. You are also in the cloud.
Getting the heck out of here, dude.
You are below the rock. So are you climbing up and then jumping down?
Yeah, I'm just gonna climb up and over.
Okay, make a acrobatics check as you just scramble over.
Acrobatics, right?
Yes.
19.
Yeah, easy. Just climb over,
Okay.
slide down the other end.
You
You are now out of the cloud.
I'm out of the cloud, right? Okay.
Yep.
Cool. I want to bonus action Hunter's Mark the big guy.
Nice.
Okay, so he has 2 marks on him.
Yes.
Nuts.
And I'm just gonna shoot at him. Screw it.
Yes. Fire.
I want a piece of the big guy.
Fire arrow.
Oh god, I almost dropped my dice.
Gotta change
Okay,
the
that's
music a little bit.
13 plus 8, so 21? Yes.
That hits, roll for damage.
Okay.
Is Vero's gonna add the acid?
Yes. So
Okay.
1d8 and 2d6 because of my Hunter's
Yes.
Mark. So that
Fuck it,
is
make-
Damage is all coming in now.
7
Yeah.
plus
Ranges.
6 plus another 6, so 12 plus 7, which is 19.
19.
Yep, nice.
Let's
Okay.
go!
Oh, the
So as you-
DPS.
Yeah, can you describe yourself as you basically scramble up the rock, slide down, and immediately just fire a shot?
Just gonna take 2 big steps and scramble up the rock, and as I slide down the other side, I knock my bow and I just shoot.
Right, and as you shoot and the arrow flies, Vero spits the acid on it, and
Yeah.
as it lands, it sinks into the side of the body.
Mhm.
The leader just looks in your direction and he goes and just laughs at your general direction.
Okay, wait.
Joke.
That was 5, 10. Can I get behind this rock? Like this rock here?
Yeah, possible.
Okay, I want to take cover behind this rock.
Okay.
So
Okay,
like here,
so
I
end of
guess.
your turn. Yeah, end of your
Yep.
turn. We have the smiler that is which one is this? All the way at the back. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's attempting to do one stab on Catmonk and one stab on Soul. Catmonk, you still have patient defense, so it is still
cancelled
on.
out if it's flanking?
It's until the end of like.
He is flanking, so yeah, it is actually cancelled. So it will be either way. It would have hit because it would have been an 18. So yeah, it would have hit.
Yeah.
Yep. So one dagger, that would be 4 points of piercing damage.
Dagger.
Yeah, Ben, you were saying? Were you saying something, Ben? Ben?
No.
Is he there? Were you saying something? No?
No. No.
Okay. No, just
like,
I thought I heard you say
It's
something.
good.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, I'm fine.
Yeah, okay. And the next dagger, with just no advantage, just flat on Soul. That would be a 17.
Misses.
So he charges at you and he sinks the dagger into Catmonk. And as he takes out the dagger, he tries to hit it. It hits your shoulder plates, but it doesn't actually land a hit on your flesh. Yep, and he realizes like, oh, that's a super armored guy right there. Nah.
And Soul just freezes a little bit.
Guard's gonna crouch low to the ground and use feature ability and start sprinting forward.
Okay.
And just run straight behind this guy.
Okay.
Which
It is
about
really far.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
really
I'm 6 feet. I'm just.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm just like scared to a stop, and I'm just gonna draw both swords, and I'm just gonna slash it in a cross towards his
Okay.
neck.
So just sword.
And that's flanking. Come on. What is my
Plus
hex?
6, I believe it is.
No, plus 7 because it's a +1, right?
Oh, right. then plus
18 to hit.
18 hits, roll for damage.
Yeah,
With sneak attack. Yeah, all the DPS is coming out.
Yeah, this is fucking damage.
This
that's-
party has really high DPS.
That's a terrible roll though.
Like all DPS. one tank,
14,
one
14 points of damage max.
14 points of damage.
15 points of damage.
15 points of damage. Okay, that's
Yeah.
nice. With sneak attack.
With sneak attack, yeah.
Okay, yeah,
That was
but
a bad roll.
okay, cool.
Uh,
But no crit. So
no crit. And then I'm gonna hit him again.
offhand swing.
Offhand swing, which is
Rolled.
just a 1d. That's a 20 to hit. Not natural
That
20,
rolls,
30
yeah.
20.
Yep, that hits. Roll for damage.
Unreal. That's a 3.
3. Okay.
Yeah, and
Still
then I'm
something.
gonna use the remainder of my movement to run and be just behind. No, I can hide.
Yeah.
I don't have bonus action, but I'll
Yeah,
just be
but
behind it.
no attacks of opportunity because you are
Yeah.
scoundrel.
Yes,
Okay, so
sir.
can you describe yourself as you run forward and you just
I'll go forward and I slide and I just go slash and I'm like, shit, it's not dead. I just run back down the road. I'll
Slash one,
just run
stab
yeah.
one, whoa.
Slash stab, oh shit, and run back.
Yeah, run back. Okay. End of your turn. We go to the Smiler at the back, who is gonna move. Seeing a bunch of you run towards the rocks, he's gonna attempt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He would be able to see you, Nat, because you're not actually hiding.
Yep.
So he's gonna pull out the pistol and twice.
Up.
Flat attack roll. The first one is a 9, which misses. The second one is a 30-20.
Oh.
Yep. So that one hits, and 11 points of piercing damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
That is painful.
Let me show you DPS, brother.
You see the bullet just hit you, and it actually blasts like a hole through your armor, and now your entire shoulder blade is like just bleeding and
And
in
he pulls
pain.
the gun up towards me. I'm gonna try and deflect missiles, but obviously I'm not a monk, so I'm just gonna like just shoot my head. It's like
Take it in the
blast
face.
I'm like, oh shit.
Take
I'm
it in
a monk,
the
I'm a
face.
monk, I'm a monk. I'm
Yeah.
a monk, I'm a monk.
The next Smiler is gonna go here to Soul for the flanking and attempt 2 stabs again. The first one is cocked. That is a 24, which hits. The second one is a 17, which misses.
Okay, so one hit.
So one hit. Yeah, that is a 6 points of piercing damage. As he stabs through, manages to catch you in like one of the open bits of your armor. But the second one, as he hits, he scrapes down the side of your armor and doesn't land the blow.
Nice boys.
Okay, back to the top of the round, Silene. We'll go for a bit
Like-
more. We'll see.
I'm pretty sure I was
To peek around, I would like to cast Hold Person. on the big
Ooh,
guy.
on the big guy, whole person. Okay, nice. What is your spell save DC?
14.
14. Oh, whoops. And he rolled a 14, which he just makes it.
Oh,
Okay.
No
Yeah,
shit.
that was fucking close, but yeah. You cast a spell and you feel it take effect, but you see the leader shake it off, and he kind of looks in your direction. He kind of gives you a little wink.
The fucking
Ew.
creeper, man.
Don't think I can do too much. I use my wild shape to archer.
Okay.
As my bonus.
Starry form.
Yeah.
And then you end your
I'll
turn.
just hang around here.
Okay, you end your turn. Now, Catmark, your patient defense has ended, so you finally stand up from your meditative form.
Nah, bro. I'm still sitting down, and I'm so fucking zen. I'm so focused. I caught a bullet without even realizing I caught a bullet.
Yeah.
Oh! So normally when I use my astral arms, it like slowly envelops my arms and then like extends out. But this time, because I'm so focused, it just goes and just like shoots out at the three
Nice.
homies
Okay.
near me.
That's awesome.
Okay. Actually, it's
That's
everyone.
awesome.
It's this guy
It's
too.
hit
So
soul?
it's 4 of them. It's 4 of
No,
them.
not
that
soul.
doesn't hit
Okay.
soul.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Four.
So that's
10 foot.
is that a dexterity saving throw?
Yes. Let me see.
Okay, so leader
Yeah,
fails.
that's saving throw. Yeah.
Success.
Bro,
Oh,
that's
success.
that's a
Success.
clutch move.
Okay, yeah. So only the leader fails.
Only
Every
the
one of them
leader,
else,
okay.
but yeah, just make the damage
So
roll.
it's 2 1d4s.
Yes, 2 1d4s.
So 3 and 4. 7.
7 points of damage. Okay.
Two
And-
two
and-
1d4s. That's
yes,
a 2d4.
and you
For-
see
for
yeah,
English.
2d4.
Oh yeah,
And you
2d4.
and you see the arms just burst out from the back of your body, and as you do that, the rest of the creatures around you kind of take a step back, seeing this astral arms now floating in the
Yeah,
air.
baby, let's go.
Okay,
Oh,
that
fuck
was
it.
your bonus action.
Here we bloody go, mate. Does the leader look a bit...
He's a
pumped?
bit wounded. Yeah, he's a bit wounded.
A bit pumped? Okay, so... I will unarmed strike with my astral arm. I'll fucking donk the fucking leader even more.
Okay.
I'll get 2 fists over his head. Just, wah, wah.
Okay,
Then
both
thir-
astral arms smack.
Yeah. 13 plus 6, 19.
That hits. Roll for damage. It's still one attack, but still
4 plus 3, 7.
7 points of damage. Okay, so you see both astral arms just deck him in the face, and for a moment he just takes a stunned look as the two fists just punch him. Okay, is that the end of your turn?
Laughing.
Yeah,
Yes.
this
Okay.
gonna hurt.
End of your turn. The next smiler at the top here, he's going to attempt to, well, he doesn't have advantage from this angle, so he's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At this point, he can see Nud and Ven, but he is going to aim one shot at Nud and one shot at Cat. Flat rolls again. Both are the same rolls. Both are 24.
Oh,
Of course.
God, bro.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll see you guys later.
So,
I've done my job.
Cat, you take 8 points of piercing damage. Nud, you take
Still up.
6 points of piercing damage.
Still up.
What do you
As
want?
both-
What do you
as-
want now?
I'm on 2.
About to say racism.
Okay, end of his
Holy
turn.
Shit.
The leader now is going to take his 2 hand axes, and he's going to do one at you, Catmong, and one at you, Soul. The
Does
one at
he have advantage on cat?
yes, he does.
Yeah, he's flanking.
So advantage on Cat is a 21, no 22, which hits. On Soul without advantage is a 17, which misses.
Can
so-
Soul try to take that hit for cat?
So you're going to use your reaction.
Yeah. So obviously the one that was at me would miss, but I will take the hit without rolling for armor for the one for cat.
Right. How are you going to try? You're just going to jump in the blow.
Well, essentially, I'm just going to shove.
Okay.
Okay, like, or even
Right.
just kick, because I think cat's still on the ground, right?
Yeah.
So he's just going to like line him up for a soccer kick and just kick him down, kick him out of the way. But while he's doing that, he's going to get an axe right in the back between his
Right.
shoulder blades or something like
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Make a strength check as you try to shove Catmunk out of the way. He is
that. He's not
willing.
shoving, he's,
out of the
just,
way.
he's just kicking. He's not really doing
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
nicely.
He just thinks
Okay.
I'm a fucking football.
So strength check, 17.
Yeah, okay. So you are now here, and you're now here.
Yeah.
Yep. And you take the hand axe to the face. That would be 5 points of slashing damage, and it just chops the back of your neck, scraping off some of the scales, the gold scales of the back of your neck, and then it starts to bleed. It is quite rare. Like Soul doesn't bleed often, and seeing him bleed now is like whoa. Yep. And as he finishes his turn, he is going to accent surge and do another 2 attacks.
Fighter
fucking
cunts,
hell.
man.
No way.
Well, actually, 1 attack. Not. He's just gonna do 1 on Soul, which is a non-natural 20, which hits, I think.
Hit. Yep.
Yeah. So then that would be another 8 points of slashing.
8. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And as he slashes the hand axe, now he's gonna pull the rounded thing off his bandolier and fling it again.
Where is he flinging it?
He's flinging it about here. Yep.
Oh shit.
That's
Yep.
us. All
And
of us.
so that would be oh whoops,
Except those two.
But wouldn't that get him as well? Or where is he?
No,
get
like
this guy.
Yeah.
like here.
Okay.
Would you
Yeah, so
allow me to use? Would you allow me to use my reaction to try and shoot it out of the air back at him?
No, not really.
Okay.
Actually, no. Yes, but make a dexterity check for me. Just a straight dexterity check.
So just roll and add my dexterity.
Yeah, just roll and add the dex modifier.
Okay, sure. 19.
19. So as the thing flies towards you and you see it coming, you just pull out the bow immediately and you fire. Can you just make an attack roll?
So I just add like attack roll with my bow.
Regular, normal attack roll, not damage.
Okay.
To hit.
Regular bow.
Wait, that's cock.
I was just gonna pop.
Well,
up
that's a
the
nat 20.
tab now.
That's a nat 20. So
Nat
as you hit it,
20.
you see like it's a slow mo. He throws and all of you see where he's throwing. It flies and then you look, one arrow just chink, and as it hits, it flies over and it explodes somewhere, not exactly there, but it explodes closer to here. So technically, unfortunately,
shit.
Soul and Cat are still in it, but the rest of you are out of it.
Do they get affected by this as well?
Yeah. So as it
Yeah.
drops and you see the stinking cloud rises up, all of them start to cough a little bit, but they don't seem to be as affected. But there is a bit. But as he sees that, you see the leader looks in your direction, Van, and he starts like just laughing at you. Yep.
Clutch play.
This guy is kind of freaking
Bracket.
me out, I'm not gonna lie.
Yep.
Freaky
End of his
deaky.
turn. We go to Dismala here, which is not actually in. Oh wait, I should put this as part of the map. There we go. Yep. And this guy is his turn. He's gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's there, and he's going to take his gun again and attempt to 1 at Soul, 1 at Cat, because he can't see anything else.
Come
The
on,
one-
cat. Come on, cat.
The 1 at Cat is 11.
Oh
The 1 at Soul is 12.
Nice,
Okay.
nice.
Oh yo.
We good?
Yeah, so
Oh man.
just misses. Cat just kind of jukes out of the way, just like leans a little bit and just phew, while the other one just ricochets off the shield of Soul. Okay, Alina.
Okay. Can I keep around here and try and just keep myself a little bit hidden along this wall here? I don't know.
Yep,
is it
yep.
like a kind of rocky wall? Okay, I want to
It
cast.
is a rocky outcropping, yeah.
Yeah, I want to cast Mind Spike.
Okay.
On, I don't
You
know how
finally get to
far
see
away.
it.
So 60 feet. Wow, you say that. How far
Where
away
who are
am
you targeting? The leader?
I want to target the leader, but I.
No, yeah, it's 40 feet. You can.
Okay, cool. So it says 3d8 psychic damage.
Wisdom saving throw, I believe.
Yeah, so they have to cast either. They have to roll a wisdom saving throw, and if they fail,
And
they get
they
half
fail.
that.
They fail.
They failed?
If they succeed, they get half the damage. But if they fail, they take the full damage.
Yeah.
So you roll the full damage right now,
Okay.
which is 3d8, I believe.
Yeah.
I think it's 3d8. It's a first level spell.
You mean bring you the dice to bless your luck?
16.
15 damage. Okay, so can you describe yourself as you cast this spell that you've tried casting before, but it doesn't work on constructs. But this time you know this guy is not a construct, so you cast the spell. Can you describe yourself as you cast this mind spell? How does it look like?
She spent a little while trying to. I spent a little while trying to figure out if whether or not this would work on it, but she's going to give it a go. It's going to emanate from her necklace as usual, come down her arms, and it's going to be like wispy, silvery slithers, almost just gliding through the air really, really slowly, and just go through the eyes into the mind, and you'll see kind of like white, radiating, pulsing light kind of coming out.
Okay.
And I guess he just starts to look a little bit confused.
Fusion.
As you cast that and you see the tendrils of energy snake towards it, enter it from the eyes and the head just for a moment he just holds his head as though he's just been hit by a huge chronic migraine. That is, however, a first level spell. So can you roll for your wild magic surge? Roll the d20.
Ooh, he only picked the number, baby.
Can I just move a little bit further?
I've always picked a number.
Can I move?
You cast it.
You gotta move, yeah.
You
You gotta cast. You gotta roll the d20 first, then you can move.
Oh,
Sorry,
Plant
Silene and Van. One.
Usually that would affect it, but because we chose the different
Random
and you feel the energy explode out from your fingertips, and for a moment you're like but you manage to hold it back, and you're like the energy dissipates from your fingertips.
That's twice in a
That's twice that she got the one.
You rolled one.
That's
you did one.
weird.
Yeah. If we hadn't decided to choose another number, she would have just gotten it twice in a row.
oh
would
my
be
god.
awesome.
Yeah.
God
Okay.
damn.
End of your turn, Alina. You've only moved 5 feet. I believe you can still move another 25 if you want to, which is 5 squares. But you can also stay where you are.
Yeah, I'm just going to probably move just a little bit further back around that rock.
Okay. So just see Silene again. Okay. End of Alina's turn, Soul.
Cool. So Soul, he's battered, he's bloodied, but he still wants to finish. He's in a cloud of toxic smoke, but all that matters is the fight in front of him.
Yeah.
So he's gonna start by just doing another attack on.
You have to use make a Constitution saving throw first to see whether or not you can use your action. You should be fine, but just test.
18 or 19.
18. Yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine. So you can just you fight through the gaseous poison, and you just draw your sword again. Swing your sword.
Yep. So swinging your sword. Nat 20.
Nice.
Let's
Roll for damage. Roll for damage.
Pump that divine smite in.
I'm going to plonk on a divine smite onto that.
Yeah, baby. Yes, you fucking are.
Okay.
So that would be 4d8 plus my normal by times 2 damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus.
Because the divine smite is 4d.
Well, no, it's normally 2d8, but I
so
assume
it's 48.
It's
Yeah.
doubling the
Yeah,
dice.
so-
yeah.
So it's 48 plus your longsword one-handed is another 1d8, but it's a crit, so it's 2d8, so it's a total
So
of
it's
68.
68.
It's
Yeah.
68 plus your strength modifier.
Okay, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The guy's gonna get fucking destroyed.
This guy's gonna be like just
Gonna get
mob.
convinced.
It rocks
Fucking
today.
destroyed.
Spirit bombed.
So that is 42 damage.
Nice. That is high damage, bro. That is massive.
As you look at him and he's still laughing, and he has just turned his attention from Van, who shot the bomb out of the air. He turns towards you, still smiling, and you just swing your sword. Can you describe the attack as you just behead him straight up?
Fucking
So
Nice.
basically,
decapitate his
so,
ass.
you see, so Soul has got this axe that's kind of this wound back, so he's kind of stood
Yeah.
up, and you can just see that. You know how he normally has this bloodlust in his eyes?
Yeah.
It's actually gotten. It's actually like almost becoming a manic glint in his eye now. So he's become very quiet. He's not saying anything. He's making no noise, and you can just see him standing there waiting for the guy to turn around. So he's ignoring Vin. So he's waiting for this guy saying, "Look, he needs to look at me first." So he waits until the guy looks, and they make this eye contact. Soul just raises his one hand and then just simply just lops his head off his shoulder, and at the same time catches it as one practiced motion. Floop, catch the head, raise it
The
up. to
body
glint
just
still.
crumples.
The
Yeah.
body crumples, and he's just raising the head once more.
Okay.
To see if his god is still
the
watching
still
him.
smiling head.
But
Can you make a religion check?
I never pass these. I really want to pass one of these one day. Possibly 14.
14. You raise and you do feel a little bit of warmth that kind of radiates. You're not entirely sure whether or not it is from the battle or whether or not it is from Glenzen's skull that has listened to you. But as the wave of energy hits you, you just feel like you feel as though you have renewed vigor. It doesn't have any obvious signs yet, but you do get that feeling.
Okay, cool. And then I guess I will have a bonus action still, so I will have to drink a potion now.
Sure. Go drink a potion. There's a 2d4 plus 2.
Yep. So that equals 8.
Okay,
total.
heal 8.
So I'll do that, and then I need to move out of this cloud, even though I'll take an opportunity attack from the one behind me.
Yep.
Do the lackeys notice that the boss is dead?
Yeah, they will.
They should be,
He just got decapitated.
I've been raising his. I've been
Yeah,
raising
he
his
raises
head
the
to
head.
heavens.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
they backing off or are they like?
I
You
guess
don't know yet.
it's like it's not even 6 seconds yet, alright?
You don't know yet.
So
There's still mid
Is
reaction.
it gay to stare into your enemy's eyes as you decapitate them?
no,
Okay.
as far as total is concerned, no. So I guess. Oh, actually, where's the cloud? If I stand here, is the cloud? Am I out of the cloud?
Yes, you are.
Well,
Yes.
I'll move there then. 'Cause
yes,
I need to. He
And
wants
you
to
won't
stay
get
kind of
all
around.
the yeah.
Well, no, he just kind of wants to stay around where Cat is because he assumes Cat is still
Dying.
on the brink of
Yep.
death, as
Yep.
usual.
But you do. Oh no! But if you move there, then there is no attack opportunity.
There's
You'll be
no
fine.
opportunity.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's fine, but it's just more so shielding Cat or
Yeah.
staying
Yep.
in that
Yep.
around that area.
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
Okay. End of that turn. Oh wait. Actually, I forgot because earlier you shoved Cat and you moved from here to here. So
Yeah.
technically, you would have gotten an attack opportunity from
Yeah.
here as well,
I
which I
can,
didn't.
yeah, so we can do one.
Yep.
now. Yep.
So we'll
Okay.
just do one now. That would be a non-natural 20, which hits.
Yep.
So dagger. That's a 4 points of piercing damage.
No,
Yeah,
that
4
wouldn't
points
have
of
killed me. That would have left me on 1. So
Yeah. So you would still have been able to take a turn, so it'll be fine.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. End of Soul's turn. Then you have just witnessed Soul decapitate the enemy, and
Oh,
your
Lord.
Hunter's Mark is now faded. You can transfer it to another target.
I'm gonna transfer it to this guy.
Okay.
And,
And now you
I
can
will...
get on this guy now. Okay.
Yep. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna attack him.
Bow attack.
Yes, sir.
Roll for the bow attack.
14 plus 8.
That hits. Roll for damage.
Okay. Same thing as before. 5 plus 4, 9, plus another 4 for my hunter's mark, so 13.
13 points of damage.
Yes.
As you fire the bow, you and does Virus also add the acid?
Yes.
Okay, can
That's why I
you
rolled my
describe
d6 twice.
can you describe your attack as the creature crumbles under one well placed arrow?
I'm gonna peek my head out after seeing Nat eat shit and be like, ah, crap, and I'm gonna just shoot, and then as I shoot, my one bad eye opens, and the arrow course corrects and goes straight through the orc's eye.
Yes. It's just he doesn't even see it coming because his attention isn't focused on you, but you can see the side of his face and his attention is focused on Soul before him, and the arrow just goes right into the side of the eye, and you can see Soul. So you can see now the arrow sticking out from the one eye, and then the body just crumples.
And I turn to Nat and I'm like, do you think I hit him?
Yeah. What? Sorry?
And I duck back down the rock and I turn to Nat and I go, do you think I hit him?
I think he's dead.
Okay,
Probably. Maybe he just fell over though. I don't know.
Okay. End of Ven's turn. The next turn is the one that just died, so that guy is gone. And the one after that is Nad. So go Nad.
I'm gonna bonus action I'm gonna drink it. Fuck, they'll probably run off. What's the point of taking a potion?
I would say probably drink because remember they're ranged. So it's
Yeah,
not
I'm
like they have
gonna
to walk
take a
through where we are.
potion. Bonus action to drink my normal herb potion. That's a 4 and oh shit, 2 4s. So that's 10.
That's 10. Yep, 12. You're at 12 now.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna run. What is that? 1 to 10 to here and just take this guy. Might as well.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm
Ooh,
not
that's
gonna shove you anymore.
that's really fucking high. 25 to hit. 26 to hit.
26 to hit. That hits. Roll for damage. No sneak attack for this one, I believe, or is that sneak attack?
And it's sneak attack because I'm within 5 feet and I break
Right,
the audacity.
And you scoundrel.
Yeah,
no,
I'm broke.
not scoundrel, sorry. Swashbuckler.
Swashbuckler, yes.
And it's gone.
Bro, I got a 19, man. That was just 1-0. Oh, that's a terrible roll. That's a 11. Oh, sorry, 12.
That's still okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so
12.
12 points of damage. That's one hit offhand.
I don't have offhand because I used my bonus action already.
Ah,
right.
right.
Yeah. So then I
So
will
what do you
just
use your bonus action on? Oh, potion.
my potion.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So then you So that's it. That's all you can
And
do.
I'm just gonna run back here.
Okay.
Like I
In,
guess
out,
yeah,
in,
behind
out,
this rock.
in, out.
Just whoop, whoop.
Okay.
He's like,
And
maybe
I'm
they
not-
won't realize I'm coming from this spot every time.
Yeah.
They never do.
This guy 1, 2, 3 is going to do one shot on Cat and one shot on Nad, who again is
I'm
hiding.
not hidden.
Yeah. One on Cat. That is 9. 9 to hit, and on Nad is a 16.
That miss. Oh, that's my armor class.
Ah, okay. So it hit you, Nad,
Good thing you drank that
for
pot.
8 points of piercing damage.
Oh, that like negates the pot, eh? Holy shit. Okay.
But on Catmung, still on the ground, the shot just
Amongst the god
hits
right
the
now.
sand, and you're
Actually,
like,
it's probably better that I took that damage than get them instant out.
okay. End of this creature's turn. Next creature, we are going to end it after this because it's technically the end of the round.
Yeah.
But as it gets to his turn, you see he shouts to the rest of them, "Oh, time to go! Go! Run!" And he just books it all the way here. Yep. He moves his full action. He can still attempt to shoot because he still has his action.
No
so he's gonna
way,
just do his
man.
2 shots. He's gonna just do his 2 shots on Catmonk and so
Of course.
Goodbye,
Yeah.
Sean.
Or we would.
9 to hit on Cat, which just
Cat is a god
doesn't
right now.
fucking hit him.
Cat is actually a monster.
And 18 on Soul,
No, that misses as
which
well.
also
my
weakens
God.
off the
Yeah,
it's a
it's like
thing
dodge
because of
taking
the
it.
armor.
No, you can just see Soul standing there, like all these things, and he's like, just all these dents lining his armor.
It's like that scene in Hancock where he's just walking around
Yeah.
just hitting him.
I have a question. Knowing that they are about to run, what is the party's plan? To give chase, to finish
I'm
them
gonna
off?
pile
or-
on damage while they run and shoot them in the back if I can. Whoever,
Okay.
like anyone, I'm
Okay.
just gonna shoot.
Rest
Well,
of you?
no.
You can just stop them from taking their stuff to
Yeah.
run.
Can I
Well,
read
Silence.
Armor
for a
kicked
board?
in, so he's just gonna kill as many as he can right now.
He's just gonna kill as many as he can.
He
Okay.
obviously his god has still not noticed him, despite dealing 42 damage in one swing. So he's like,
Kinda
well,
has,
I
but
guess
not
I
exactly.
gotta kill all of them then.
His
Okay.
I choose violence.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, if that is the case, because they are running a retreat, we will go for one more round just to see what happens. And if let's say that takes them all out, then yeah, that's fine. So yeah, Saidi
So where are the boards?
All
Yeah.
up here.
at the back.
I
It's all
didn't
at the back.
See him. Can you see him?
Is that what they are?
yeah.
Yeah.
Running towards
yeah.
it?
They're running towards it, and one of them has like gotten on it already.
Alright. How far? Which one? Which one?
Like this one, 55 feet. Yeah. The rest of them are like 40-ish feet. That one's 65. Yeah.
Which one's the one on the board? This one?
This one. Yeah. Yeah. He's already gotten on the board.
50. How far is my spell? I think it's only 30.
You can hit some of them that are closer.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna hit this guy with a guiding bolt.
Okay.
From
Which one?
here. 120. This guy.
This one?
The
Okay.
One on the one getting on the thing.
Yeah. Okay. Roll for guiding bolt.
This one. That we packed up.
Maybe we should try to keep one alive, guys,
only
so
one.
we can get them to lead us back to their camp or whatever.
21 hits. Roll for damage.
Three. 8 damage.
8 damage. On a 46.
Oh, is that 46? I was right, that's 2D.
Yeah. Guiding bolt's a 46.
Plus 8 plus 7. Oh, now what would they say? I
So
got 7
15.
plus 6, 15, yeah.
Yeah, 15. Yeah. Okay. And now he's lit up like a Christmas tree.
Advantage on the next hit.
End of your turn, Eileen?
A bonus action, but I don't know how the range on that. I don't think I can hit him from this range. I'm gonna have to
With
quickly-
your arrow, I think you might be able to hit the ones in front of you right now. These two.
I hit the one. I hit this one with the arrow.
Okay. Roll for damage.
13 plus 6 to
Roll
hit.
to
19
hit.
to hit.
That hits. Roll for damage.
1 or 2 d8, 1 to 8. 7 plus wisdom modifier 11 on that one.
11. Nice. Okay.
Jeez.
So Silene runs up, and you see 2 radiant beams just pew, fire off in different directions. Essentially, like almost like the Iron Man. Yeah, the Iron Man. Pew, pew. Because that's exactly what it looks like. It's just radiant beams of light. Okay, you don't want to move, Silene. You want to stay where you are.
I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. Cat Monk, it is your turn. You are at 3 health, but you have managed to dodge all the bullets that have flown in your direction.
I am on the floor. I finally open my eyes and I say, "So, did you kick me?" Alright, I take that as a yes. Should I heal? Should I just fucking YOLO if I get knocked out? Yeah, fuck it, I just YOLO.
Just don't get captured and we're good.
Don't get captured? What is being captured?
You might get dragged off.
Okay, all good. I run, so like I'm still sitting down, so I with such force and speed, I just get up instantly. I dash to this fucker,
Right.
and I pop, but with the idea of knocking him out, not to kill him.
Okay. You can do it from here because it's 10 feet.
Yes, of course. Yep. And I get up to him and I pop, and I do like a little clapping motion like over his ears.
Just first attack.
14 plus 6, 20.
That hits. You can do a bonus action if you want.
And double bong bong him. Yeah.
Yep. Bonus action. Roll for bonus action.
Yeah. 13 plus 6, so 19.
19. Both hit. Roll for damage for both. So it's
So that's
2d4 plus
plus
8. Plus 8. Because it's 2 times.
6. So 6 plus 8, 14.
14. Nice.
1-4.
Okay.
So
So
I
if
like
you just
clap over his head, and you know that when you like clap, it has that ringing thing. So you
Yeah.
see him just fucking.
Yeah, he's just there like, and you see he actually crumples to the ground unconscious. Not dead, but unconscious.
Nice.
I'm just gonna give this symbol because he's unconscious.
Yeah.
Okay, my astral arm just pets him, and then that's it.
Okay, end of his turn. This guy is going to attempt to fire one shot at Ven, one shot at Nad before running off.
The fucking longest.
Who? Where? Which guy?
This one.
That guy right up there.
Nice.
Okay.
So the one at Ven is a 23, which hits.
Oh,
The one at Nad is an 8.
oh, thank God.
Oh my
Damn, bro.
god.
The trick's to be
So,
low health, then you dodge tag
man.
everything.
Then you take 5 points of piercing damage
Okay.
as the bullet just kind of explodes near your head, and the shrapnel just kind of hits you in the face. But Nad, you just duck and you see the bullet ping, ricochet off the rock, and he is going to book it as well. 2, 3, 4. Technically 5. He is within your range, Cat Monk, so you can make an attack of opportunity.
Oh, get fucking dumpster, idiot. Do I need a roll for attack?
Yeah, roll to hit.
Roll to hit, sorry. 5 plus 6, 11.
11 misses. Okay.
Unlucky.
6. Yeah, he's gonna run. Okay. And on his turn, the next one is there. He's gonna attempt to fire 2 shots at Soul before running. That is cocked. Nat 1. And oh wait, Nat 1. So as he runs forward, he kind of tries to shoot, but the pistol misfires, and it just gets stuck, and he's like, ah, fuck.
Oh,
and
nice.
he just runs.
Good old Percy.
Oh shit.
Wait. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he just runs. He's gonna be here. Yep. Okay. And of his turn, Alina.
I'm gonna.
Scorching ray. Scorching ray. Scorching.
Don't have scorching ray.
Oh, you don't?
I don't want to use my spells as well on people that are retreating, so I'm just gonna use Firebolt.
Scorching ray. Scorching ray.
Hey, Firebolt.
Firebolt. I'll roll.
This one's unconscious.
This guy.
I roll to hit, right?
Yeah, but which one are you aiming? There's 4 of them to hit technically.
The ones that just hit Soul
This one-
and
this one's
Nard,
lower.
Nard and Ven.
That
The one that's like just
this
above
guy.
and
This
left.
guy.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, this guy.
Nice.
So That was 21 to hit.
That hits. Roll for damage.
Okay, now I
D10.
have to do it properly.
1d10.
Roll at 1 10. 9.
points of damage.
Nice.
That's
Oh,
pretty
we're
high.
well damage.
Yep. So, can you describe yourself as you fired a firebolt in that direction?
Yeah, Alina is quite literally on fire tonight. She's in much the same way. It's going to be a little bit more nonchalant and a little bit less concentrating and mind spiky than before. She's just going to flash her hand out, and it's going to appear like a big orb, a big flaming orange orb.
Yep.
And she's just going to kind of underthrow it straight into his back.
Nice. So as he's running, you just like almost like a
like a curveball.
Yeah. And it just slams into his back, and he just tries to fight off the pain as he continues to try to run. Are you gonna continue to stand there, Lena, or?
Yeah, no. No. Going back.
Okay. And of Alina's turn, Soul.
Okay, so Soul is going to try to do a couple things. So he's going to, I guess, just stride casually up to here.
Right.
And just try to pretty much just kill this one. So he's just going to try to drive his sword right through it, just without trying not to break stride while doing it. So, yep, so I'm going to roll my attack. See what happens
Make one
first.
attack.
That is 13 to hit.
13 misses, unfortunately.
Damn it.
So as you swing your longsword, you see the creature brings up the dagger just to parry it, but it does cut a little bit, like just the sword basically just travels down his hand. A little bit of a flesh wound bleeding, doesn't do damage, but he manages to parry most of the blow.
Well, that's annoying, because I was going to use my bonus action to throw a dagger at the other one, but,
You can still do that.
well, yeah, I might as well, yeah. I'll throw a dagger at the one that's trying to get on its board.
Okay. This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's an
So-
advantage, though.
That's with yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would be. With disadvantage, we are looking
No, with
at...
advantage. With advantage. She's got
With advantage?
guiding bolt.
He's got guiding bolt.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
but if I'm in melee with this one, don't I get disadvantage if I'm targeting something else?
No.
No.
I think
No?
that's 40.
Okay.
That is yeah, no, it doesn't.
Okay, cool. So just advantage. Sweet. I like that. Well, I got another nat 20.
Nice.
It's a
Okay.
really good deck.
2d4 plus
Unreal.
4, I believe. Yeah.
Plus 5.
Your strength
according
mod-
to
no.
D20.
Oh yeah, okay, plus 5.
So that does 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. So you as your sword gets parried by the first one, you just turn around and throw the dagger, and he hits him right in the back, and he just crumples on the ground.
Dagger.
So I'm hoping that really intimidates the one in front of me now.
Okay.
Like, without breaking eye contact, you just chuck it, and then
Yep.
kill another one.
Come on, Ben.
Ben,
What the
Hello. Okay, I'm gonna
It's
go
your
for the
turn.
one that's like the furthest away.
that guy, yeah.
Damn, that is fucking far.
I mean,
If I make
she's a
this-
ranger.
Ranger.
She's a
If I
ranger.
make this
She's gonna
shot, I
Legolas
swear
this
to
shit.
God. Oh, look at that nat 20.
Dude, what are our rolls tonight? Holy shit.
We've got 4 crits so far.
Okay, wait,
They're all
I
crit.
only double. Okay, first things first, I move my hunter's mark to him from the dead guy.
The dead guy is there. He is too far away for Hunter's Mark. Wait, what's the range of Hunter's Mark?
30,
Let
right?
me check. I need to pull
30 or
the spell.
60?
I'm checking. Hang on.
Hunter's Mark is... It doesn't actually say.
I'm checking too. 90 feet. You're fine.
Alright, let's
Oh, wait.
go.
Actually, wait, hang on. I just have to double check something because when you move, I think it might be.
Oh, yeah, it is 90 feet.
Kind of bonus
when the-
action on your subsequent
When the
turn,
target
yeah.
drops to 0, you can use a bonus action. Okay, so it's within 90 feet. So yeah, you can definitely move it to that
Let's
guy.
go. Alright, let's go.
Fucking ranger. Okay.
So I only double the arrow, right? I don't double like the hunter's mark damage.
No.
You
Okay.
double the Hunter's Mark as well.
All
Oh
dice.
really?
You double the hunter's mark as well, because
let's
that's from you.
Go. Alright.
So it's basically 2d8 plus 2d6 plus 1d6 from Viros. So 2d8 plus 3d6.
These guys
yeah.
are getting
25
so
points
wrecked.
of damage.
25 points damage.
Yeah.
Can you
Cannot-
describe?
Wait, can I use Furious? Oh, I can because it's his
Can you
reaction.
use
Okay.
his reaction? Yeah.
I don't double Furious' dice, do I?
No, you don't. It's not his
Okay, one more. Okay, that's another 4. So 29 points in damage.
Nice.
Can you describe yourself as with just one arrow, you just and the guy just crumples?
I am going to get up on the rock and I'm gonna draw back my arrow and I'm gonna like overdraw it and aim a bit higher and I just let it go and I just kind of squint into the distance as I'm like, oh come on, hit him, and I can see the little dot of the arrow fly down and bomb the guy straight on the head. I'm like, yes.
Okay, so you basically shoot up and it's like a curved shot up, and as it lands down, it just lands straight through the head, just. And
like,
you don't
yes.
see this. You don't see this. But the arrow goes through the head and out the bottom of the jaw.
Ooh.
You don't see it, it just collapses.
Fucking apple.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I immediately duck back behind the rock.
And offense turn. That.
Oh, finish him.
I'm gonna shoot
There's
this
only-
fucker.
Yeah, there's only one guy left, and the other guy's unconscious.
Yeah.
Wait, you
I'm
got
gonna-
the knock as well?
No, I have a bow. Short bow.
Alright.
Short bow.
Okay. So
Not
I'm
as
gonna-
long range, but
My
Okay,
longbow
I'm gonna
range is
Max. I'm gonna use my inspiration to reroll that
nice.
because I might as well at this point.
Yep.
Oh my god, nearly. That was a 25 to hit.
That hits, roll for damage.
And then he's engaged, so that's sneak attack.
Sneak
as
attack,
well.
yes. I think he's gonna be finished.
I got another 19, man. Fucking hell. How unlucky is that? That is 16 points of damage.
16 points damage. How do you want to do this?
Oh,
So-
man.
So I'm gonna, just for flavor, I'm gonna shoot one shot and notice that it's not gonna hit. So I'm gonna quick fire another one, and it's gonna go
Oh.
through the arrow and split it in the air and just go straight through the temple, just as he's facing Soul, and he just
Soul,
drops
yeah.
to the ground.
Right. So it's just
Over
double
Soul.
arrow. Yeah. Van sees this as well. The one arrow missing and then the other one breaking the first arrow. And just.
And then
And
I
he
wink at
flips.
Ven when it's done, like, heh.
That's some good shit.
So
That's like good shit.
as
Oh,
the
yeah.
combat comes to a close and then the dust settles, you see there's only one guy left there, on his knees, but he's just on his knees like, ugh. Like
Is
he's
that
just
right?
unconscious from the thunderclap that basically that Cat Monk did. He's just unconscious on the ground, and that's where we'll pick up the next session.
Yes.
Nice.
Thank you guys for watching this pretty long episode. Thank
Yeah,
you, Max,
slightly
for
longer
hosting
episode.
it. Happy
Yeah.
Chinese New Year to all who celebrate it, and we will see you next week.
Woo!
Guys,
See you later,
net
guys.
20s.